There's your camera, Jeff.
There's Jeff.
Hey,
Gonna make his dramatic
going
entrance.
on?
He did.
Yeah, he
You
did.
changed shirts again. What happened?
Just a
He's a
behind
man
the
of-
scenes, and there's live, and
Okay.
that's why camera was off.
All
Wardrobe
right,
change.
everybody. Thank you for joining us for episode 4 of season 2 of Retro Rewind. Man, we're having so much fun. What has everybody been up to, man? I've been so busy, played so many games. But starting with you, Jeff, what have you been up to, sir?
Oh, we just bought a house
Ooh, tell
last
us.
week, 3 days ago,
With a
So-
hot tub,
and a saltwater pool.
Hey,
What? A
Saltwater?
saltwater pool?
Yeah.
saltwater pool.
you're
Wow.
gonna be more
Dang.
buoyant.
So that was Thursday. So of course I had to cancel my show Wednesday because we were looking at the house. Then we made the offer, bought it on Thursday, and I have to be out of here in 2 weeks, so we
Oh,
can
wow.
paint and stage. Just look at the crap behind me and go, yeah, good luck, Jeff. Anyways, and that's not even counting the crap upstairs. So
Wow.
yeah, so we have to be out in 2, possibly 3 weeks.
Well, good luck, Jeff.
We rented an Airbnb for
Congratulations.
3 months in Hamilton.
Yeah,
And
That's what we did. We had to do 4 months until we got into our house. Yeah, so nice.
Yeah.
So proud, man. So happy.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
but you're gonna be a busy boy for a while.
Yeah, because we're all gonna be coming over to swim.
Absolutely.
It's in Ray's favorite city too. So
Oh,
hot tub streams on Twitch are coming for Ray.
oh God.
Yeah, okay, come on. I think kids watch the show.
Right.
Ray,
Miz
what have you been up
Tracey,
to? Oh,
I know-
sorry.
I want to go to Miz Tracey.
Okay.
We're going around the circle. Okay.
Yeah. We have an
So
update.
I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been playing a lot of Conan Exiles, Ark. Just started Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is awesome. I also started my first tabletop RPG. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I finally got someone to teach me. But we're starting with a zombie apocalypse type
Ooh.
one, and it's pretty fun so far. So that's every other Monday, and yeah, I've been busy. Lots going on.
Where do you do that?
At Dabacac's channel on Twitch. I'll share it to the chat.
Nice. Tabletop is a lot of fun. I think you'll get into it, Miss Tracey. I think you will.
Oh yeah. My character. I mean, I know you just said that kids might watch this show. My character is a stripper. I'm sorry, an exotic dancer.
There you go. There you
Because
go.
she's very high charisma, but her intelligence is not the greatest. But yeah, it's very interesting so far.
Absolutely. That'll probably come into play.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. Ray, what have you been up to, my friend?
Well, first off, shout out to GeForce Now, GFN. They reached out to me and they said, what rig are you playing on? And I told them I was playing on the 2080. So they said, here, try this out. So they gave me a 3080 rig to try out. And so I've been
Nice.
playing that. Been playing baseball is on Xbox. So I've been playing that. And then, of course, a lot of World War Z and Extraction on Stadia. And then I beat Martha is Dead, which is a very creepy, horrid game to play. But that's what I've been up to.
Right on, man. That Martha is Dead is a very creepy game, and that developer is going to be releasing another game coming out soon, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is it the same people that do Deliver Us.
Yeah. Their games are really nice. Wired Productions.
Yeah, I watched like the very intro, and they walk in this spaceship, and you got to like turn dials and knobs and like pull back thrusters, and it looked really cool.
Yeah, they're
It
great.
looked really cool. Well, Jeff, we have a couple of awesome guests, man. Do you want to bring them in, sir?
We do. Our first guest is we have a theme going here now. So last year we had Willie. We've also had Wes on this season, and so the trio, part of that whole crew, is an epic polar bear.
Woo!
Yes.
Thanks so
Epic
much for
polar
having
bear.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks
Oh.
for joining us.
Thanks for
man.
joining
We had a
us.
good time.
And our second guest needs no introduction. He is our man, Suave Polo.
The
Hey,
man
how
who-
y'all doing?
What's up,
Thank
Swab?
y'all for inviting me.
Wow.
Beautiful. All right. So, Epic, we're going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you an epic polar bear? And first question, what does retro mean to you?
So I'll tell you why I'm an epic polar bear first. It actually started as an online joke back in the day. I was playing some Halo 3 and I was about to go into high school and you surround yourself with people who may not be the nicest with you just because you're trying to fit in. And I was with this guy who was always just a dick to me. And he was always making jokes about like, how do you get to school all the time and shit like that? It's always snowing. You're from your igloo and all that shit. And I was like, well, you know what? This is how I get to school. I ride a polar bear. And he goes, well, how do you tell which one's yours? I was like, well, mine's the most epic of polar bears. And eventually it just went and it just stuck for the name. And what does retro mean to me? It's actually a really good one. The thing that makes me think of retro is the nostalgic feeling that you get, not necessarily a style or an age of a game. For instance, Rocket League is something that I play a lot. And even though it's not an old game, it is a game that allows me to relive my childhood because it's something I can just get lost in for hours and hours and hours at a time. And there are so few games nowadays that I can do that with. So to me, a retro feeling game is a game that just takes me back to feeling like I was younger and allows me to just reconnect with that love of gaming that I had.
Holy cow, that was a good answer.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Matter of fact, a game that comes to mind, a newer game. It's not brand new, but Killer Queen Black reminds me of a super intelligent joust type game with strategy and stuff, and it does give me that nostalgia feeling. So I know exactly what you're saying, man.
Excellent, Mr. Polo, sir. Same question. Man. Tell us about you and what does retro mean to you?
And where did the Klimax name come from? I know you've probably explained it a few times, but go ahead and do it again, sir.
Oh, no problem, man. So, pretty much a climax can happen any time of your life, like a new job or a death in the family or
a new house.
A new house, Yeah. So I wanted to make a channel where we could talk about those things, So I have a few shows on my channel. Miz Tracey making me nervous.
I'm sorry. I'll keep my smile on.
Stop doing that, bro. So I have a few shows on my channel that pretty much talk about pop culture things, whatever the climax is going on in the world, we share those things, man. Then I'll do some gaming also, 'cause I'm a gamer, And retro, Epic did give a great answer. So I'm definitely going to piggyback off that, but pretty much any game that I can get that feeling of how games used to be, like with the graphics and everything. Like I love when Duke Nukem, when I saw Jeff playing Duke Nukem, man, that brought me back, Cause like, wow, man, I can't believe we was into games that kind of moved like this. You know what I'm saying? So
but we didn't know any better back then. No, that's the way games were. They were side scrollers, and that's just what it was, right? So,
and I think the recent kind of retro game to me, but still like kind of up to technology, will be Dawn of the Monsters. Because it has that arcade feeling. I like to think. Yeah, man. So it kind of reminds me of Contra and Double Dragon.
Yep.
So it gives me that feeling, man. Like I love it.
Yeah, man. Nostalgia is something very interesting. You can't wrap your hands on it or like hold it, but you can sell it. It sells. It's kind of amazing. Man. So Suave, why don't you tell us, man, where gaming started for you, man? What was your first game? What was your first experience, man? And what was that like?
Dude, I'm an 80s baby, so my first game was I feel so embarrassing. I mean, all of us are kind of old, right?
Oh,
so the Atari, man, that is like the first game system that I've owned. The Atari, I think that's probably not the first game ever created. I know they had some other games that was out there that kind of flopped, that didn't really work. But
I would say Atari streamlined it or made it mainstream. At the
right.
time. Yeah.
So I think I used to play. Man, it was so many games on the Atari. I can't think of not one right now. I think
Oh, there's all
maybe
kinds of
Tetris.
epic.
No, Tetris was on
Nope.
Game Boy, right? That's when
Yeah.
it first came out, right?
Yeah, no, they had
Did everything.
yeah, they had everything, man.
Yeah,
They had
they had a
Star Wars
lot of games.
games,
Yeah.
Ghostbuster game. I mean, like
Hmm.
almost
E.T.
any. Yeah, ET. That almost
Yeah.
crushed them.
They had a lot of games. So I started gaming on that. And then Pac-Man. I remember Pac-Man being on the Atari.
Yep.
You know, because you had the lit controller thing and like what you would use on a arcade
Yeah.
joystick, you know.
The funny thing is that was one of the consoles, or like the first time I experienced what do you call it? I lost my train of thought there. Damn, that stinks. But anyway, I don't know. Atari was amazing, man. They did a lot of they put out a lot of titles, and a lot of them are very simple but very, very, very fun. Like not E.T.
Yeah.
Miz Tracey brought up E.T. and that was like a 4-screened game, and you could fall in holes and stuff, and it almost bankrupted the company.
Yeah, it was their worst game.
Yeah, they what did they?
Wow.
They dug the hole out in Nevada somewhere, and
There's a
just do
landfill
all the
out there.
landfill of Atari games.
Yeah. Well, I think they made so much and didn't sell them, and then they just, oh man, it was a big mess. That was when the gaming market took a big dive, and then the NES brought it back to life, thank God, and breathed life into it again, man.
I like
What I was going to say is between the arcade and Atari was the first console that I played Pac-Man in the arcade, and when I got home, I put Pac-Man on and was like, oh, this ain't the same thing. Like you could, you know what I mean? You could tell a difference. My first experience being let down just a little bit.
What's the letdown in not having to spend a quarter?
Okay,
graphic
true.
wise, the brightness of the arcades and everything, you didn't get that.
And
I get it. You don't get the trigger. You don't get the bright lights. It's like I can gamble at home from my phone, but I want to go to the casino and be robbed in person. I get it. I get it.
Absolutely. And Epic Polar Bear, where did it start for you, sir? What game? What system? What made you fall in love?
So my first gaming memories are actually with my mom, and we would play Super Nintendo together, Super Mario Worlds.
Nice.
And it was just always so much fun getting from level to level, learning along the way. And then eventually I thank Suave for making me feel like I belong with the retro crowd, but I'm actually probably a little bit younger than most of you. I was born in 95, so my first experience being with the SNES and then the NES as well, I had access to growing up. But my first like personal system that I ever owned was the PlayStation 1. And I actually have a copy of this game in my PlayStation 2 hooked up currently in my room. But the first game that I remember playing that I got a huge nostalgia trip from just earlier this week was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for the PlayStation 1.
Wow.
I'm making my way back through it. Like I was right in that age bracket. I grew up a Harry Potter kid, so getting to get my hands on that game and the console. I actually went out and I bought the second one. I'm going to work my way back through them all. I'm going to go out and buy the PlayStation games, but those are my earliest gaming memories for sure.
The Harry Potter games are good. I like them all.
Up until the fourth one, and then it took a nosedive, and then they brought it back.
Oh, I still liked them.
So I have a question for you then. What are your thoughts on the new Harry Potter game coming out? If you've seen any of the footage or anything. They just released like 15 minutes, and to me, it looked amazing. I just wish that somebody would have showed a partial Quidditch match, because they got to have Quidditch, man. They have.
I hope so.
There's reports that it might not be in the game, unfortunately, and that is a bit of a downer. It's one of those things where, unfortunately, there's a lot of controversy around the game for a lot of different reasons. I grew up a fan of Harry Potter, and the ideals behind Harry Potter were to be that you could be yourself and you could grow and you could do those things. Regardless of what has happened since then from the creator, I choose to take the work for what it was meant to be at the embodiment, and my intention is to sit there and play the game because I'm a fan of the world. I'm a fan of the message that it's brought to so many people have taken joy out of it. I don't want to rob them of that. So I'm at least going to give it a fair shake.
Right on.
I'm super psyched for it.
Who's making the game?
It's a Warner Brothers game, and apparently the licenses between JK and Warner Brothers are quite different. She's got no say in this, but as always, there's going to be controversy around it.
Well, even if they don't have Quidditch, it might be a small letdown, but just the way the spells work and all that, it seems very in-depth and very adult-esque, you know.
I play the mobile game. I've got Hogwarts Mystery on my phone. I play it too. So like I said, I'm a fan of the series, and my intention is to at least give the game a fair shake.
Right on.
I rather play the game than spend all the money over at Universal Studios, man. And my kid, Daddy, I want this. I want the scarf. I want this. I want that. You know, the wands.
Yeah,
holy crap! Yeah, it was he wanted $100 wand, which you can only use there to do. You know, you wave it in front of a window and it does like.
Okay, but you'll respect this because we talked soccer a little bit before the stream, and I'm a Manchester United fan. A few years ago, I went out and I bought one of those really nice, authentic, official Premier League balls. And that's a $300 price tag up here. And you know what? I'm not going to criticize your kid for wanting a $100 one when I bought a $300 soccer ball, man. I can't throw anybody under the bus.
I said, well, sir, we do have one right here. This was $75, and just look at the craftsmanship on it.
But you know what? That's what they were doing with me when I was there. They were like, you know what? We've got like the 2-year-old Euro ball made by Adidas. I was like, no, I want the Nike one. I want the Premier League one. Like I can't fault your kid for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We ended up
real magic.
I got a $75 wand sitting up in his closet that we can only use at Universal Studios to work. So
right. So you hand it to him and go, hey, play with this and use your imagination because it ain't gonna work in your bedroom. I can understand that. Wow. Oh man.
You know who Epic sound like, man, to me? He sound like Certified Doctor.
Yeah, a little bit. You don't
you know what, Suave? I was just thinking the same thing, bro. I thought it was just me. And then I said, nah, that can't be Certified Doc.
Say you don't moonlight at night as a guy called Certified Doctor that handles his business playing multiplayer games.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything. I'm just gonna.
Whoa, that sounds very similar.
That
sounds like it's almost certified.
Certified fresh.
Hey, Suave, man. Did you ever hang out in arcades, man? The dingy, not well lit arcades.
Man, let me tell you, dude. There used to be a place called Jack's, and it was a small arcade store, and they sold like penny candy, like literally candy for like 1 cent. You know, you can get so much candy and play video games. I used to go there after school, man, and be in that thing from after school to it was time for me to go home, you know. Luckily, I was only like walking distance from this place, you know, so not even a mile, maybe like, man, shoot, maybe 2 minutes away from this place. It was literally like almost next door to my house. And, I used to stay in there forever. I hate it. Now, the guy that owned it, he passed away, you know, but he held on to it for a long time, man. And, I used to stay in there forever, like forever.
You get pulled out by your ear?
No, man. Like it was just
what's your games. What's the games that you played, Suave?
So there was more to come back in there. There was now one game in particular that I just stayed on it all the time and just took all my money. Was that X-Men arcade game?
Yes.
Yeah, because I love team games. Yeah, it's like 4x4 people. I think 4 people can play. You know, the one with Dazzler.
I remember
Storm and all those Cyclops. You know,
I remember that.
Dude, matter of fact, I have that game on my PS3 because when I saw it, I was like, I cannot believe this game is on like a system where I could play it now.
Absolutely.
Dude, that right there, that place right there, Jack's, I used to sit in that place all day if I could, you know. Right. And then he was even nice because he'll be like, when I come in there $5 and you run out, you know, since you're a regular, you're like, it's okay. And then he'll rig the machine where you can play a little bit longer. Man, Jax was the best, man. He didn't even care. He didn't care about money. He just wanted to have a good, honest job, man. I love that guy,
Wow.
man. I know that his soul rests in peace and in a good place, man.
Well, that's amazing, man. If that was down this, man, I'd have tried to move into that guy's house. I'd have been like, come on, man.
Dude.
I'd have tried to live there, man. Because I like all the arcade games, man. I never beat an arcade game till I was an adult.
Me neither. I
Like,
never they're difficult. Oh, what's that game that another game, man. I'm so sorry. But what's that game that it had all the it was like one of those games you shoot the creatures and it was a 2-player game and Aerosmith was like the whole soundtrack was on. It was
Oh, we
all
talked
the
about this
music was
last
there.
time.
we've talked
What was
about
this?
Comes in
Yeah.
with Steven Tyler in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Revolution
Man, I
or
love
something.
Revolution, Aerosmith Revolution. I think that's
That-
what he's talking about. And
that
yes, that was a
game?
good game.
Yeah, that game made me love Aerosmith, man. So I'm a fan of Aerosmith now.
I see. I just hear about this
No.
as someone who likes Aerosmith. I'm like, damn, I need to play this game.
Bro, that game right there made me just like, man, I'm investing in Aerosmith now,
Well, this would be
so,
this would be an interesting answer from an epic polar bear. You were born in '95, so about the time you were old enough to be visiting arcades on your own, they were starting to die off or disappear. What is your arcade experience, if you have any?
So, I'm actually really thankful that I live in a place where, through various, whether it be like agreements or whatever, there's always been some form of arcade present, whether it be in like a bowling alley as like a section or whatever. Like, there is always something. But I did have the opportunity when I was visiting some family in British Columbia to go to Palladium, which is just this absolutely massive, and I mean massive, like huge warehouse-sized arcade. And it is just amazing. I
There was
spent
one. There was
warehouse
one
size?
10 minutes from my house, up by up just one. You know that one up by my house. Yeah, it's huge. Kind of like a Dave and Buster's for our American friends. So it's
Yep.
kind of like it. But you get these little cards where you put the money on your cards. You don't need coins, right? Like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And you guys have various in the U.S., right? This is a Canadian version of it. Yeah.
So is it a
Yeah,
bar
and-
too, like Dave and Buster's?
I
would it-
didn't know if
yeah.
it had a bar. I was super young, so like.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
Dave
Yeah,
and
they have a
Buster's
bar. They have food. The one near my house also had a batting cage. It also had a number of a mini putt.
I was gonna say, I think this one had indoor mini golf. I think that it had some. I think they had a go-kart track, bumper cars.
Yep,
Like
go-kart
it
track.
was
Amazing.
huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're trying to do actually something like that in my hometown currently at a place called the Factory.
Mhm.
It's this big old Kellogg's factory, and they moved it, but they rented it out, and they're trying to turn it into like this big family-friendly place with like go-karts and mini golf and all this other stuff.
Used to
It's pretty
love go-karts, bumper cars, all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Um,
I loved it
Look
because they had the batting cages, so you'd go out there at night and have a few pops, and then hit the batting cage.
so what
Have
did you
balls
prefer to
whipping at you
play
at 100 miles an hour.
in the arcade?
I played a bunch of DDR. I just really loved playing Dance Dance Revolution because it was something that some friends had a pad for very, very briefly, and we loved playing at their place. And then I can't remember if the pad died just from overuse or what had
You
happened.
do stomp on it, so
You
yeah.
Yeah,
stomp
no,
the-
exactly.
stomp the hell out of
And they
it.
were like super weak plastic too. It was all wrinkled and stuff like that. So I think the pad had just died, or the game had been scratched and didn't work anymore, or something like that. So we just couldn't play anymore. So I just went super hard playing DDR because it was something I hadn't been able to do in a long time.
Well, I bet you it was way different playing it in the arcade than it was at home as well.
Yeah, it was
Actual
super.
platform and
So not even was it cool to do in the arcade. It was cool to watch the people who were really, really good at
Oh,
the
yeah.
arcade, because
Yeah.
some of the stuff that those people do is just insane.
well, sometimes people have the memory of lining quarters up on the machine, so you got your turn or whatever. And,
I've
trying
got
to save your
experience with
spot.
that, but it's in the bar on a pool table.
Right on.
Oh, you play pool, man? That's good.
Absolutely, man. So Suave, man. Tell us about your channel, man, and about some of the content you've been putting out.
Oh man, so I have like 3 podcasts on my show,
Mhm.
and then I have some gameplay, a lot of gameplay on my channel. So I play like a lot of different games. So the recent games that I'm playing now, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The recent game that I'm playing now
Game. Yes.
is World War Z. I heard Race mention it, and it's so funny because everybody know that I've been waiting on this game to come to Stadia, and I have not yet not played one game with Ray yet. And he said
Yeah,
he's been playing all this
don't
World War
tell that
Z.
lie. Don't tell that lie. We did play. We played with
What game?
Could chill. You, me, and
Oh,
could
what?
chill.
That was one
And,
game.
and
That
and
was
just and
one
just and just let
game.
you know, this guy had it on super hard, and we
Oh
kept
yeah.
dying over and over again. He was
Let me tell you.
giving us commands, telling us, "Go here, go there, give it
You
ring,
can't.
put your gun on silencer. Where's your silencer at, man? You waking up the zombies."
He
I'm like,
definitely know how to
Dude,
play the
okay,
game. He
okay.
definitely does.
look, I have been, very, understanding of the people that's playing. So I was like, you know what? I get it. A lot of people have not played this game yet, and like they might have played it, but not really played it.
Right.
So they don't understand some of the things in it. So I took it
Yes.
down a notch. Only when I'm playing by myself, I put it on a super high level. Uh,
Well, you're a good
but
teacher, man. You explain it really well about the sound and the
yeah,
certain
man.
zombies that come out. And go ahead and tell everybody about your Discord real quick because it's pinned in the description down below. So
Oh man, thank you, dude. So yeah, I have a World War Z Discord, and that thing been like increasing, man. There's been people popping in there, on the regular now. So when I was on PlayStation 4, when this game first came out, I used to like beat over a whole community, about 200 people on World
mhm.
War Z, man. And we'll have tournaments and all this stuff. So be on the lookout for some of those things, because like I said, when this game came out, Suave would never play alone. You know what I'm saying? So I had like eight
Well,
to
there's
ten people in the
PvP in that
chat
game.
today.
There's
Huh?
still PvP in that game too, right?
It is, and
Yeah.
that's what
See,
I'm
I haven't
trying to
even
build
seen
up.
that. Yeah.
I'm trying to build that up. So long as we get in the community good, the Discord is growing, so we can get the PvP part of it going. And it's easy if everybody just jumping in and just we'll get linked up with each other. It won't be a problem. And the thing about it is, it's so much content in that game, you would never get bored. You know what I'm saying? I
Always
think
something
that
to do.
right now, go ahead.
I said always something to do, huh?
Right. I think right now, so many people are playing the campaign because there's like so many different campaigns on there that the PvP side of it is kind of lacking. It's very difficult to get a game, but that's why we have like communities that you build in Discord, and
Absolutely.
you can be like, hey, let's play some PvP, and everybody get in and play some PvP. I hate that they don't have a way to create a match like PUBG.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
have been
Bring like a
nice.
custom, get a custom going.
That would have been
Yeah,
nice.
that would have been nice. Absolutely. Um, an epic polar bear. What have you been playing lately, man? What have you been
I've
up
said
to?
it. I've said it a couple times now, but I play a lot of Rocket League, and I
That's right.
stream multiple times a week, putting myself out there playing the game. But honestly, I'm not someone who's out there to be super competitive. Even though I'm starting to climb up there a little bit, I'm someone who just likes to hang out and have a good time with people and kind of
Casual,
vibe
casual.
out. You see, here's the thing: is I'm at this weird point in casuals where, because of the way matchmaking works, I'm paired with people that are higher than I would be playing if I was in
Oh,
ranked. So it makes more sense for me to play ranked most of the time, but I still like to have that laid back, casual vibe to it. Um, but yeah, so I stream multiple times a week, playing Rocket League for the most part. But I do play other games with my friends. We got Fall Guys that we like to play a lot. Uh, we
Fall
did
Guys.
a playthrough of Dying Light 2 when it first released. That was a lot of
Nice.
fun. Unfortunately, I had some tech issues and had to drop out, but I've got that resolved, and I plan to do another playthrough of that. But yeah, I like to play. I play some multiplayer games. I like to play some single player games, but really, I just like to hang out and vibe with people. I like it when people get to know more about me and I get to connect with people. That's what it's all about for me. It's
Mhm.
just about learning something new about someone and having someone learn something new about me.
That's
I
fantastic.
think that that's the way I feel about gaming and live streaming as well. Like even though I've been playing this game a lot, I have a ton of hours in there already. I don't live stream a lot of stuff. I know that Jeff hit me up one day. He said, "Why are you not live streaming?" You know what I'm saying? But
I was home. I was bored. I wanted somebody to watch, and there was nobody online that I could find. I could find some randoms. I see you're playing. I'm like, dude, why aren't you live streaming so I can watch?
Yeah, man. So this is the thing. Like, I know that this is a very difficult game. So the World War Z game is a very difficult game, even when you put it on normal. And that's like the easiest above the easiest. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a very difficult game. So I didn't want to live stream and then have a bunch of people like just falling down, don't know what to do. So I'm okay with like putting that stuff aside, explaining it, and we just having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell you this, honestly, I've found as someone who's been doing a lot of Twitch, if you are someone who is good at teaching, as has been professed by others here, and you like to slow things down and teach people that style, there is honestly a huge outreach of people who will come to your channel just to ask you questions. And if you help them, then they'll stick around. Like it's honestly worth doing. I get people coming in all the time who
you're talking about on Twitch?
Yeah, or wherever you prefer to live stream, like if it be Facebook or whatever. But if it's something that you like to, like if it's a game you play, you're good at, and you like to teach it, I suggest you live stream it. I agree with Jeff.
Oh yeah, I do. I just don't. Another thing with this game just coming out, they're working out stuff, so the game check is kind of like wonky right now. So if I go live, then there'll be no commentary on the video, and I can just go in the party chat. But it's like, well, watching it, what's going on? So it's like it's always helpful to hear people like. But it's cool. Trust me, I'm gonna live stream today.
I played World War Z. I beat it on PlayStation, but I used to just run through it and make all kinds of noise. So when I did play it with Suave the first time, he's like,
the only
you gotta be quiet. I know, and it'll only be one time. It was quiet. It was quiet, and he's like, dude, you gotta be quiet. And so since after that, just that one time playing with him, it has been like I'm very quiet, and I'm telling other people, dude, like I told my friend Kevin, I'm like, dude, you just can't go in guns a blazing because you're waking all the zombies up. So I picked up a tip from him, which I'm using now playing with other people. But yeah, it's cool, man. I'm just joking with you, man. We'll play.
It's cool, man.
I tell you, Suave invited Vet in, man, and Vet started throwing hand grenades.
Vet, he can't play that game because he raged too much. He raged too much.
That was a different experience for me. That changed the way. You know what? I'm glad I had that experience because now I know there's like different gamers out there that I thought I played with all different types. That's a different type of gamer for me.
Yeah, man.
If
there's an
different
NPC,
quitter, the rage quitter.
If there's an NPC in the game that can be hurt or maimed, he's doing it. I'm just saying, he's definitely doing it.
Yeah, I seen him like shoot a dog in what was that? Red Dead. I mean, he's shooting dogs and killing innocent people. I'm like, what is wrong with you, man?
Well, sometimes you got to kill innocent people in Red Dead, but you don't have to kill the dog.
Killing the dog. Who shoots the dog?
Is he the kind of guy who's like going into first person, sneaking up behind people? Damn, that's dark.
You'll be fishing. You'll be fishing and get a knife to the neck.
But then again, I did shoot Jeff's horse, though.
I was going to say there are some people that on this show that have shot my horse.
Yes,
I accidentally punched my horse in the butt every time I try to get on it.
Jeff did that. Wow. He was in a hurry trying to pull his gun out, and then he was like, "I'm just going to get on the horse," and he punched it in the face.
And then it kicks you.
It booted him. Man.
Yeah, that was a bad experience for me. Like it was a good experience because I learned something. Because I'll play with anybody. If I'm playing with him, I'm not gonna take it serious. I'm just gonna, this is gonna be bloopers. You know what I'm saying?
Suave's a good PUBG player. If you ever want somebody, to lead you like PUBG, he's very, very good at PUBG. Hell of a PUBG player.
Who's that?
Sierra's got a question.
Oh, thank you, bro.
For Epic Polar Bear and Suave. What was the most frustrating retro game you've ever played, and did you ever finish it?
Oh, I can answer that out the back, man. So that game that I was telling you about with Aerosmith, the Aerosmith Resolution. It is called Aerosmith Resolution. That game right there, I've never beat that game ever. You know what I'm saying? I can spend quarters for days, but honestly, I don't think anyone ever. Well, there's a very low percentage of people that ever beat an arcade game. You know what I'm saying? Because either you're like, I don't want to spend no more money on this, or it's like, dang, this thing keep getting harder and harder every time. Like, you know, on that X-Men game, I had to die to get powers back so I can beat the boss. Like once your powers went out, you can't beat them boss on that X-Men game, man. You're not beating it. But I would say that Aerosmith game was the most frustrating, you know what I'm saying? Because at least I got to the last boss on X-Men. I never got to nowhere near the last boss on that Aerosmith game.
Yeah, certain arcade games where like you can pinpoint the quarter stealing location in the game where like where they want you to put in more money. Double Dragon, especially, man. Some of those
Double Dragon
where the adobo or whatever they're called would come out, the big dudes. Definitely. How about you, Epic Polar Bear?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the game that I've been playing recently, and that being Harry Potter. 6-year-old me never got through it, even with the help of family, and 26-year-old me has come back with a fucking vengeance. And trust me, I'm like walking through it now. I remember being super young and being pissed off and throwing the controller and trying to get my parents to help me. And I'm like walking through it now, and I'm like, the most annoying part of this is that I cannot use my right analog stick to turn the camera.
Yeah,
like the most annoying part is just the clunky controls, and once you start to get used to them a little bit more, you're fine. But it's like I think I went through in about 3 hours what probably about a year and a half as a child took me to accomplish.
Well, we're certainly spoiled nowadays, man, with how exact and precise our analogs are and stuff.
And the files.
My sensitivity for Rocket League is like less than 1, so like I know like my dead zone is tuned to perfection. Like I know what it's like to have like really good performance joysticks, and then I go and play that and I'm like, what am I doing?
What's your car of choice in Rocket League?
I bounce around between the Octane and the Fennec, which share a hitbox, so it's pretty much the same car, although it still feels different. They say that it's the same hitbox down to whatever, but it does feel different. I also play a little bit of Dominus every once in a while, but when I'm playing comp, I stick to the Octane hitbox usually.
You know, it's a retro game that I miss playing, and I really would wish that it just came to like new days with better technology and just create a new game for it. GoldenEye, man, 007.
You don't understand.
Nintendo
That's part of
64.
the topic tonight.
That's the topic tonight.
Funny.
Let's go to that.
know,
Perfect. Let's go to that.
You know, I'm gonna
You
be.
did the segue, bro. You weren't even in on it, and you brought in the segue.
I'm just gonna be honest with you guys.
I was
man.
waiting for him to say it too. He was
I
like,
know,
you know what? I'm
like,
waiting
come
for
on,
a
say
remake. I
GoldenEye,
was
say
like, do
GoldenEye.
it.
Dude, like seriously, I'm being totally honest because.
Well, do we have news for you?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow.
Let me say this though.
Go ahead.
I have never been a PvP player because I'm not that competitive like that. I just play game. I love working with people. That game right there is the only PvP game that I can remember that I was like, man, I enjoy playing this game, man. And it's like they had a campaign, but the PvP part of it, I love it, man.
You see, that's the thing is, me and my friends played for hours and hours on my buddy's N64 when I was over at his place because he had one and I didn't. And we we did whatever, but most of our time was spent working our way through the campaign because the game was just so good.
Yeah,
dude, I cannot. So they about to
hold on
remake
just a
this
second,
game.
Epic Polar Bear. I'll make you full screen in just a second, so you can show the game.
Wait, what?
That's not him. That's Ray.
Oh, Ray. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong box. My bad. I'm sorry. We're all real small. Ray,
Raiden already got it. Oh no, that's the Nintendo 64 version. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the N64
Yeah.
OG in the box.
OG still
Wow.
has the bots on it. Man.
You
This
are
guy,
James Bond.
Dude, that
That's
game right
amazing.
there.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to
I love
play
that game,
this.
man. I
Now
love
that
that
game, man, the mode I loved to play was the golden gun because it was one shot, one
Yeah.
kill, and you
One
could run
shot
around.
gone.
And I
Mhm.
also liked nothing but grenade launchers because of the ricochets off the walls. That was so much fun to bank shot somebody. You know,
This was actually my first Bond movie, and like what really made me fall in love with the series. This came out the year I was born, so
it was
yeah.
one of my favorite Bond movies because I always wanted him to.
Oh,
be,
it's still one of my favorite Bond
be
movies.
Bond.
Yeah.
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 Amazing. But so okay, GoldenEye 007 is getting a digital release on Xbox. But what's kind of interesting is I don't think it's a remake. It's not a remaster. It's literally the exact same game, the exact same frame rate, I believe. And
Wow.
they're showing the achievements on Xbox here.
I feel like it should definitely be remade. You know what I'm saying? That's
It
cool.
was. They
You know
did
what
do
I'm
a
saying?
remake of
Yeah.
GoldenEye, and it was not very good, to be entirely honest.
No, I agree.
They
I agree.
did like an alternate history line in it at one
Yes.
point, and it wasn't as good. The only thing that I'm worried about with this is it says it's coming to Xbox, and I'm worried it won't be coming to Xbox on PC.
Oh yeah.
I see what you're saying. There probably
Because
is gonna be a
like
difference
look at the show. The show is on console, but it is not part of the Game Pass on PC because there's no PC port. So I'm super worried that this is going to be console only.
Well, I'm making a console.
I mean, I have one. I just don't want to pay for Games Pass Ultimate when I don't use the console that much.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder why this game was banned in Germany. I did not look that up, so I'll have to do that.
Originally,
hello.
I mean, you shot. I mean, it's kind of against them a little bit.
Oh, they were okay. The satellite, right? Am I correct?
Right.
I don't know. There's so many Bond movies.
You know this game
but that
also.
But that was the Russian military, was it not?
Oh, was it Russian?
Yeah, it was Russia. It wasn't Germany.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was banned in Germany. I don't know why. Maybe a first-person shooter part of it. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll have to look that up.
I like the whole James Bond franchise, man. I remember as a kid watching James Bond Jr. The cartoon. Yeah, man.
James Bond
Junior. So I used to love, like, I wanted to be him, man. He was like so cool to me. You know,
I just Googled it, by the way, and it was banned for being violent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too violent for kids.
For being violent.
That's
well, I mean,
it was one of the first games that they put like realistic faces in the game too.
Well, I was even gonna say like games like Wolfenstein that have legitimate reasons for having been banned in Germany. So it's like or altered in Germany. So I was trying to remember like if there was a scene in the movie that I was missing, like where I was like, is there some form of like symbol that shouldn't be there? But I was like, it's all Russian, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad you reminded me because I totally
and this game also launched other games like Turok and Perfect Dark. And there was another one, it was like insects. You were killing insects. I forgot the name of it. It started with an A, but it had kind of like the same type of engine on the 64. But
GoldenEye really launched the PvP multiplayer, format, and
night stayed up all night playing.
I think it really altered the way that single player level design was done too.
Yes,
like it had a really heavy influence moving forward on just how games progressed and how the level design was done.
Yeah, so speaking on that, if it's not a remake or a remaster and they don't up the frame rate and stuff, do you think that only old nostalgic gamers are going to go back and enjoy this, or do you think the new people will as well, or will they throw a fit about 15 frames per second or whatever it runs at?
It'll run.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying it'll run at 30. It'll 100% run at 30. That games have been running at 30 forever. And the truth is that if you have an Xbox One, you are capped at 30 frames. You might not know that, but you are. If you have an Xbox One X, you're capped at 60 frames. So odds are you're probably not really going to notice much of a difference anyway if you're playing on console. Now, if you're a PC player who's used to playing at a higher frame rate, it might seem a little off at first if it's locked to 30 frames. But in the eventuality that it doesn't come to PC, it's not even an issue.
Right on. Jeff has a thing that he says that you can't look at Jeff. If you're there, go ahead and say it. You might be doing something.
You can't look at old games with today's eyes.
Eyes, yeah.
So me, because I got old eyes, I would to play it on my Xbox console. Hell yeah, and to share it with my son. My son, I'm trying to educate him. This is what got me going in games and stuff, man. And now look, we can play one of the best games because he's never played GoldenEye 007. And he looks at it like, it's not Fortnite, it's not Fall Guys, it ain't nothing.
Well, until they put James Bond in Fortnite, because it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been in Rocket League. I've got 2 Aston Martins sitting in my garage. I had to buy the pack.
Well, he's always asking me, who's this character? Yeah, who's this character you're putting in? Because sometimes they'll put in somebody that, but he was excited about The Rock. When The Rock was on Fortnite, he just lost his mind.
They put The Rock in Fortnite. Oh my god!
Did he like the concerts?
Oh, that
they
hurts.
did in Fortnite?
What's that?
The concerts they did in Fortnite.
Oh my god! They had Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I'm like, my son's over here watching a Travis Scott concert.
My kid watched the Marshmallow one.
My son loved Marshmallow.
I'm just trying to imagine what 90s rock I grew up with would say about Fortnite to begin with. And just the riff he would have, and now he's in the game.
Well, the things you once could say can't be said today. So it would be interesting to hear him riff, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Emulators reminds you that you can't try and compare them to the old school game of the new ones. Absolutely.
Yeah, I never got to play Pokemon at 200% as a kid, and that was a real bummer. I would have loved that growing up. So much wasted time walking to get daycare levels that it just doesn't matter anymore.
I think, man, I'm excited to be a part of the generation where we got to see how games used to be. Compared to how they are now. Anyone older than us, they're gaming for us for Pinochle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Playing Pinochle.
Look at it.
Pong was my first system.
Well, if you look at it, somebody that was born in 1898 and that made it to 2000, they've seen a lot of change. Well,
you mean 19?
Yeah, that's what
They're a vampire.
Maybe dead.
Man,
1898 to 2000 would only make you 102. That's doable.
That's fair. I think
that's doable. Let's not throw them too far under the bus here.
But we are kind of.
And if you were born in 1998 and you lived to 2000, well, one, good for you. You're 2 years old. 2, you probably don't remember much.
You probably don't. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's just remarkable.
It's amazing, dude. When I'm playing games like World War Z, they have great graphics on how a zombie is. Oh, Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? Resident Evil, it catches you. Even what's the other game? I would even say Destiny 2. Destiny 2 graphics kind of dang, you're man, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cartoony, but kind of real at the same time.
Some games have good graphics. They have a photo mode, so you can take pictures.
Yeah, it's the progression and the steps forward in game development and game making that is so special, man. And that's what makes me so kind of nostalgic.
But there is some retro games though that were ahead of its time.
Oh
yeah, Donkey Kong on the 64. The graphics were amazing.
Adventure on Atari was one of the first RPGs without dialogue and just amazing stuff that can still be played today.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and when I say this, you're gonna think about it and dang, yeah, you're right. But think about when Sonic first came out. We're talking about our graphics. Sonic was ahead of the game when it first came out. Like the digital,
super
the whole
speed,
thing.
yeah,
it was because it was a character that moves fast, and the screen was trying to keep up with it.
Yeah, it moved faster than the screen could go.
Exactly.
And what did they call that, Ray? They called it something, and it was vaporware, blast processing.
Right. Well, Sonic actually saved Sega because Nintendo had Mario, and they had to come up with a character like, what can we use? And Sonic, everybody was like, sorry, the Sonic thing looks awesome.
Well, Sega did something that was amazing. They stood out from Nintendo by being the adult system, or the at least young adult system.
Nintendo don't.
Yeah, Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Even today, Nintendo's still got that classification of being a family system. It is not for gamers. It is for entertainment and family use. Now you get like your Smash Brothers and stuff like that does have the competitive scene, obviously. But for the most part, it's for your laid-back gamer who wants to play like their Mario and their Pokemon and stuff like that. And it's not built as something. I know Pokemon's got its competitive scene too.
No. But I was about to say those games like Pokemon and Smash Bros. They meant for those games to be like family party games.
No, exactly. Yeah. Like they were games.
I've seen some guys talk I used to play them Smash Bro games. There's some heated shit talking during the games, man.
You would not believe some of the stuff I have thrown at me in 3D car soccer. Seriously, by people I know that are like 10 years younger than me and just trying to be edgy. Like I know.
Ray, I played Battlefield 2, and I got so good with the shotgun, I memorized the bullet drop. I could kill people like it was a sniper rifle from across the map. I was told I was going to be hunted down and murdered so many times. Yeah, with a shotgun.
Yeah, I'd be mad at you too, bro.
Yeah,
you'll be across the map, and like I kill you with a shotgun, and then it shows where I'm at, and I'm on top of a tower, and you're like, no. Bro.
I mean, at least the physics are realistic. Can't be mad at that.
Well, I would use slugs, and the slugs dropped a certain way. It was nice, man. I used to love Battlefield 2. One of my favorite competitive games.
Dude, when multiplayer online, Xbox, the original
Xbox Live, first time.
Guys were talking smack with Halo, playing Halo, just talking smack.
Oh, boys.
I remember
Try being a girl on game chat and Halo.
I couldn't imagine.
You good at Halo, Miz Tracey?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll be playing that tonight, actually, on stream.
Hey, there you go, folks.
Nice.
Now, were you the girl in the Halo chat that showed up all the guys, and then at the end, you just kind of turned on your mic and you were
especially
like,
in
"Hi,
SWAT.
boys." Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, good game, dude. I'd be like, thanks.
Hey, I'm finna challenge Miz Tracey on live TV, man, on a Halo match, man.
Oh, you can join us.
Going down.
You can join
Which
us
was
with us. I'm not as
which
good as
was
I
your
used to be.
Halo? Which was your Halo of choice? Because I grew up
3.
on Halo. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
3.
Right,
Guess what,
was
Miz
Halo
Tracey?
1.
Two's a good shout. Two's a
It
good
was.
shout. I never
1.
played 2, and one's also good.
just
Something that I
surprised me.
wish that more games would do, speaking of Halo, and we were talking about graphics and how they've been updated. I wish games, when they did remasters, would do what Halo has done, where you have the option to swap back and forth. So you can, 1, choose to relive that nostalgia if you want it, or 2, you can compare just what has been updated over time. There's not enough games that do that when they remaster.
Yeah, you could go in the settings and like switch to retro mode. And
You
then
can
look at
push
the
a button.
world.
Seriously, you can just push select in while you're sitting there, and it'll just swap. It's awesome.
I used to love, like Kevin, I don't know if he's in the chat, but I used to throw sticky bombs to stick to his crouch and watch him like explode and fly in the air. That was my thing to do.
My favorite thing was taking the sticky launcher and then sticking my friend in the forehead. We call it unicorn.
Yep.
Send him into the enemies and then blow him up.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I used to love the sticky bombs because you throw it on the little dudes' heads and it looks like they have like flame for hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
This is all on Halo?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never
Sticky
not
bombs.
once played Halo.
Halo's
Well,
amazing,
I think I
man.
played it one time.
The Warthog, man, is what impressed me in the first Halo because of the knobbies on the tire and the mud that would spit up behind it. I thought it looked amazing.
Grabbing somebody on a Banshee and pulling them off, and then
that
taking
was cool.
control of
Skyjack.
it.
Yeah.
Man.
So many
crazy.
fond memories of that, man.
Which you can still do. You can play the new one and do that.
Now
So
there's a
look.
grappling hook, so you can grab
Yes.
the
Oh my
eye.
God.
In action.
That
Yeah.
was brilliant.
I know.
Brilliant.
That and being able to climb up cliffs and ledges and shit. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Epic.
All right. So I was looking up some stuff, and I've never heard of demaking, where somebody takes an old game and they chop it up and make it work on a inferior system or whatever, or a retro console. Undoom 2, an amazing remake of the classic RTS game Doom 2, recreated for the Pico 8, gets an update. I never played this game originally, Doom 2. Is it? I believe it's probably based on the books, but I never played it. But something I found interesting is that people are still making homebrew stuff for retro consoles. I mean, right here is a brand new homebrew NES RPG that's going to be coming out soon that looks incredible for NES. I just couldn't imagine that people were still putting time in to create content for this stuff. What do you guys think?
Yeah, especially a downgrade. That's very interesting.
It is.
So we talked about it before, and it struck me as kind of odd. But then I thought about the speedrunning community and like
Okay.
tasking and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what? This is probably way more common than I'm sitting here giving it credit for. Like, people are doing stuff with these programs all the time to manipulate them and change them. And I really just, it didn't click with me until we started talking about it again. Like I feel like stuff like this is actually still probably super common, and we just
Right.
don't know about it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, last episode I found where people were making literal music tracks and releasing them on the console. Like the only way you could play them is by sticking them in the
That's so
64.
weird.
Okay,
Very
that's
weird.
cool.
It
That's
is
just
very
cool.
weird.
Could you
But-
imagine showing up to a house party, treating your N64 as the boombox?
Well, it'd have to all be 8-bit music, so
Yeah,
I mean, you could digitize anything new into 8-bit.
Yep.
pretty true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true.
That's amazing. They made an SNES version of Jay and Silent Bob's arcade game. They also made Street Fighter 2 into the NES, and it is not the same game, like remotely close. But anyway, I just thought it was pretty interesting that they were still making content for these things, man. And I believe the new Pico, I think that just come out.
Mhm.
But yeah, very, 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 very cool. Right along with the GoldenEye stuff. Kapow.
Kapow.
What do you guys think of Lego Star Wars? Do any of you guys have any fond memories of playing through
Love.
these titles?
I've got them all.
Love Lego.
I was gonna say, forget even Star Wars, just the Lego games in general, up until the characters started talking. Oh, you want me to
Yeah,
grab it
yeah.
too? That's what you want. Go ahead, show off the black box R2. Try not to get too much glare on there.
Yeah, we could see it. That looks amazing, man. I
Yeah,
love Star
that's so
Wars,
cool.
man.
Shout out to an ex-girlfriend of mine who found it super cheap and thought that I needed it as a birthday gift. She was absolutely right. Looks awesome.
Absolutely.
Shout out to ex-girlfriend.
I'm gonna show you. Me and my son, we both teamed up. We beat this game. We got every character.
Nice.
Lego Avengers.
I didn't know they had a Legos Avengers, man.
There's 2 or 3 of them now, and then there's like
Wow.
just a Spider-Man, and then there are so many Lego games. Like there's 2 Harry Potter ones.
I love the Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, I 100% did the first one and almost got through the second one. Then there's all the Star Wars games,
Yes.
Clone Wars. I'm trying to think of what else there is that I'm missing, because I know I'm missing. Oh, Jurassic World. Yeah. Oh, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. They've
Yep,
done
Oh,
it
yeah.
Lord of
all.
the Rings. Well, what's special about the Star Wars Lego games is they don't take themselves too serious. There's compelling things to do, and a whole bunch of stuff to collect, and it has a sense of humor. You know, I really, really like that, and that continued all the way into the Skywalker saga. But let's jump in here. Here is the original Lego Star Wars. So much fun with this game. Loved playing it. It looks dated, of course.
We can't see it.
Oh, that helps, doesn't it? Wow, there we go.
Yeah.
It
oh,
originally
man,
came out
classic.
for the Xbox, right? And
Um,
maybe the PlayStation as well.
I think it was the PlayStation.
Was it? I remember playing it
PS2.
with my buddy on Xbox, the original Xbox, but
Right.
yeah, it would have come out on PlayStation first.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man, how far that these titles have came too. Because from what I understand, the person that we think you moonlight as, certified doctor, he explained that there's a lot of cool new mechanics in the new game. It's not quite like this anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and blow that. I have no idea who Certified Doctor is. Never heard of this individual. And unfortunately, I would have played into it more, but I've seen nothing of the new Clone Wars gameplay footage with which to play into this bit with.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I ran out of good material to play into it with, so I just couldn't anymore.
Right on. I want to get the new one. But what I thought was going on with the new version, the Skywalker Saga, is I thought they just added all these games together. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then they made 7, 8, 9, and just. But it's all new. It's a whole game. So.
Well,
But
I
this
know
is the
that they
Clone
did
Wars.
one for. I know they did a standalone for The Force Awakens, and I think they added in the second movie to that one as DLC. But I don't remember them doing another one after that.
Yeah, I loved these games, man.
Yeah, they are
think so.
great games.
I think what you said earlier, Will, was the comedy of it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of what is that show? Robot Chicken.
Oh,
know?
Robot Chicken. Yeah,
It kind of reminds me of Robot Chicken. So, like those games, even though there's like, some death in it. I didn't want to say killing, but there's some death in it, and bad things happen in the movies. All that they made a way to make it funny, and everyone can play. From all ages. I feel comfortable with letting my kids play that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Any kind of Lego game. They're just, to me, I think that those games are creating junior engineers.
True.
Well, I
Yeah,
really
no,
like.
Very true. Very
I
true.
really
So-
like the Lego games for the puzzles that they put in there. Like they really do make
Exactly.
you think critically. Even as an
Exactly.
adult, like going back to some of the original Lego Star Wars stuff, I'll get stuck for a minute and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what did I have to do to do this?"
Switch
Like,
to this character and use that
Yeah.
ability. Oh, I got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm like that
I
with
love
Zelda.
unlocking the characters.
With Zelda?
yeah.
Going back and being like, how did I figure this shit out when I was 10?
Yeah. Zelda was
Hey,
an
man,
amazing game.
thinker. I mean,
love
our
that.
creative thinking is amazing. When we was growing up, there was more hands-on. We had to figure it out compared to a lot of things
Oh,
now.
wow.
It's like given to us. We don't have to really put too much effort in it to figure it out.
Yeah, every time I sign into Rocket League on a new computer, it forces me to play the tutorial. I don't get an option. I cannot quit. And like I've had my account for over a year. Anytime you sign in on a new computer, it makes you do it.
That looks so different.
It does.
It looks
This the
so
video
fresh.
game? This
Yeah.
can't be the video
This is the new
game.
one.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it looks good.
That does
Dude,
look
that
really
is
good. And Force
crazy.
Awakens looked really good too when it
All
came out.
9 films in one new game.
Oh,
That's
so it is
crazy.
all 9 movies. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it makes sense to do this instead of sticking DLC on
Yeah.
the other titles that they've had. It gives
Yeah,
them a chance to overhaul the graphics and everything too. Like getting to redo the Duel of the Fates in a whole new game with updated graphics is going to be awesome.
Shout out to them for like releasing it all as one big thing and not saying, oh, you can
Yes.
play the first 3 movies, but then if you want
Mhm.
3 more, you gotta do this.
Yeah, 'cause
this,
they
this,
could've-
this.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wait.
They could have
Yes.
tried to put each one behind a $40 paywall or something.
They could have,
Yeah.
and
They
people would have
coulda.
paid it.
Yeah,
and
but
most
the
people
question
would've paid
is,
it,
what do
yeah.
you think they're going to charge base for this then? There's technically 9 games in one.
Right.
So if $90 Canadian, which is what I pay currently for the base price of a game, you guys are paying 70 US, I
60
think.
usually, yeah.
60. So yeah.
Yep.
So by the time taxes and everything are done, it's about $90 all
In
said and
Canada?
done. Yep.
Yep.
And that's for a base game. That is not a collector's edition. That is not
Right.
anything on top of it. That is just the game. So like if there's 9 games in one here.
So what would a Ubisoft game cost you? Like
$90? No. So the Ubisoft games when they come out,
but I mean Ubisoft with like a season 1 DLC.
So I'm usually savvy and I buy on sale. I wait until there's like a Black Friday or whatever and get my 70% off or whatever. But outside of that, I think the going rate is it's an extra 20 per tier. So the next tier up would be around 110, 120.
Right.
You're full screen, Ray.
All right. So I heard Suave and a lot of people say they use creative minds to figure stuff out. Well, see, I was that kid that was a cheater. I used to use stuff like Game Shark and Game Genie to help me get through games.
I had one for my Game Boy. I just didn't want to assume that you went that far on a console.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ray. I'm gonna be so honest with you, like 100% honest right now. I have no idea what Game Shark is. Game Genie.
Wow.
Sure, well, that's why we do this show, folks. Yeah. So
well, let me tell you why though. It's not because I didn't want to know the knowledge or anything. I'm sure
because he's not a cheater. He's got honor and integrity.
It's not that. It's just
me too.
When I was growing up, man, my gaming thing, like I didn't have that privilege to buy like every game that came out and all that stuff, or all the tech with it. So I just rolled with what I had, and Game Genie and what was that? Game Shark was not on the list.
So, all right, Suave. Right here is the Game Genie, sir. All right.
All right. What does it do?
All right. So you take your Nintendo cartridge and you'd plug it into this spot here, and on the back side there was another spot that would plug into your system. So you'd slide the whole thing in, and it was a tight fit. But you would slide it in, and then you would type in codes. It would come with a code book, and it would tell you for this game, here's some codes. It'll give you infinite life, jump high, go fast, whatever.
Infinite ammo on GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And this is back before you could mod a game. This was like the original mod. And it didn't come out in the US first. It actually arrived in Canada first because Nintendo threatened to sue them if they sold it in the United States. Nintendo thought, hey, little kids are going to beat their games and not play them anymore, is what they thought.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. They used to make game bosses just too freaking hard. And I wanted to get past a certain boss or get through a game. And yeah, I used the Game Genie and I used the Game Shark. And
something that was interesting about the Game Genie is you could do your own codes. I was never intelligent enough or could get it to work or anything. I got the game to crash a few times. I'll tell you that. But yeah, you could make up your own codes. Now, it's kind of in depth and a whole lot of jargon, but you're basically moving decimal points and stuff to make some stuff happen by typing in codes, ABC to like X or Z or something. It was really weird.
The pinwheel,
dude. So let me tell you,
pinwheel.
All I can think of is that
it's just because it's got the Canadian flag on it. I think he's celebrating that it came out in Canada first. Yeah. So you see,
it's crazy.
My Game Shark experience wasn't with a Game Genie or with a Game Shark cartridge. When I got my PlayStation 2, I inherited it from my uncle when he went out west to go to school, and he had a Game Shark disc. And on the PlayStation 2, what you had to do is you had to put the disc in, or you had to plug the Game Shark thing into the memory card slot. You had to put the Game Shark disc in, and then you had to load up the Game Shark disc, pick whatever you wanted off of the Game Shark disc, reset the console, and before it loaded back in, you had to swap the discs out.
Yep.
And keep the cartridge in. That way, when it read the game, it would take the Game Shark information and then put it on the code of the disc.
Yeah,
let me tell you what Game Shark. Let me tell you what Game Shark and Game Genie was for me growing up. There was this kid. Well, I mean, he's not a kid now, but there's this kid named Paul that I grew up with, and Paul would come to school with these codes wrote down on a piece of paper, something like even like Mortal Kombat coming out. Oh, you want to know how to do this finisher? Then this, he would put all those down and write them down.
Man, it was at the lunch table at school, man.
Bro, that was Paul. Paul was game genie. Paul's probably 38 years old right now.
I was looking at Netflix and they were showing a preview for a documentary, and that people used to like sit in rooms with vast books of like game codes and stuff like that, and people would call in on hotlines asking how to do certain things, and the people on the other end of the phone would have to know which book to pull out, which page to go to, what to look up to give them a timely answer, because it was wasting their money to be on the line.
And just so you guys know, Game Shark wasn't just for cheating. I used to play a lot of college football and a lot of Madden, and they had what is called saves. So we used to go, there was a place called Game Facts, and people would put all the different type of characters that they would create. You could actually transfer your save to a PlayStation 2 memory card, and if you wanted all the all the created like updated rosters and everything in sports games, you could do that.
Oh, you mean to say there was a way to screw EA before EA found a way to screw us?
Exactly. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow. Nerds World says that Ubisoft Ultimate is like $169 in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for the service, that's 100% right for the year. That's what that is.
The service is everything, but that's still a high price point for Canada there.
180. I'm sorry. Look, Ubisoft, you guys make some really good games. I'm a huge fan.
I think we're bullshitting, man.
No, man, I don't know who this guy is. Why is everybody coming for me like this?
You gotta send him a certified doc video playing with Suave or whoever, so he can hear this man's voice. So you do, man.
It is what it is. I got no problem with it.
We cannot beat this guy in.
If you are telling me I sound like someone who is more notable, more famous than I am, then please come to my channel and give me the support that you would give him. I promise to sound exactly the same. Probably do different stuff, but I promise to sound exactly the same. I can do that for you.
I don't look. I'm so confused. I don't know if Epic Polar Bear is joking or y'all know who he is. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm like, maybe
I have
he
no
is
idea who Certified Doc is, so I'm also confused. So it's cool.
So
if you ever, man,
if you ever catch one of,
if any of you guys
say your pros.
If you guys have ever seen PUBG, any of my PUBG streams or Siege streams, this guy he does a shoulder hop over his character and he shoots you through a pinprick in the door. And you're like, dude, this guy's cheating, but you can't cheat on Stadia. So we call him, his name online is Certified Doctor, so we call him a certified hacker. Somehow he's hacking the server blade.
So here's the easiest way to put this to rest. I cannot stand battle royale games.
Well, there you go.
There's the easiest way to put that to rest. Battle Royale games have been around forever. There is no reason that they should be seeing the popularity that they're seeing now. This is a stupid trend. It needs to go away.
Man, you know what? Dude, speaking of Certified Doc, shout out to Certified Doc, man. I seen this guy. It was clutch mode, and he took down 5 guys at the end in a PUBG match by himself.
Tell me about that.
By himself, man. And I mean, I was like, what? If they'd have got one shot, just one, if that last guy would have got one shot off him, because it was a shootout, they would have won. Certified guy would have went down. But I'm like, dude, you took down 5 guys by yourself?
We say that this guy's got he's got a 4-leaf clover up his ass encased in pixie dust.
He's very good in Rainbow Six Siege. He's very good at Rainbow Six Siege.
Another game that I don't play 100%.
I mean, he shot me. He shot me and the guy that was behind me while we were behind a wall, and he shot us through a little peephole.
Oh my god!
There was a time way back in the day, way back when we were talking Halo, way back in the Halo 3 days. There was a little while where I was talking to some teams about doing some stuff, but those days are way behind me. I could not anymore, not even if I tried.
See, that's why I love like co-op play like PvE games, man, because you don't have to be competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be competitive. I mean, even on World War Z, I hate that they have your stats on the game. You can see how many zombies you killed. You can see how many headshots. You can see how many special zombies you took down. You know, while you're playing the game. You know, you
So
can
they got
see
a
those
whole
stats,
leaderboard.
and then at the end you can see, you know, who's surviving on. I hate that that's in there because it's like you can kill 800 zombies. If we fail the mission, guess what? The whole team got to start all the way over again. So like, you really didn't accomplish anything. You know, you didn't work as a team to get the job done.
That's what killed me with Destiny, was doing the raids, and all it take was one person to fuck up, and then you'd all have to redo it all over again.
Or
You
not
know,
follow the
that
plan.
one guy that want to
Jeff
get
was the
all
guy
the
that fucked up.
kills.
All right.
So, Miz Tracey, I have to ask you mentioned beforehand you were playing some Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Is it
Yes.
actually better than Borderlands 3? Because Borderlands 3
Okay.
was just.
It's better than Borderlands 3, but not as good as Borderlands 2.
Well, is anything ever going to be as good as Borderlands 2?
Nope, that's my favorite game of
Well,
all time.
there you go.
Yep.
Borderlands.
What do
Seriously,
you guys
everything,
like about that
all the
titles?
characters.
Yeah,
So-
tell
everything.
us.
So Borderlands 2 honestly just created the best villain of all time, I think. Like,
Yeah,
there's
Handsome Jack.
hands down, Handsome Jack
Love
is
to hate him,
the-
hate to love him.
Yeah, there is not a
Always a good
time,
villain.
like, even at his most hateable moments, he finds some reason for you to smile, and you're
Mhm.
like, fuck, I just can't hate this guy.
Jeff did the voice of Trap Trap. What's that?
Claptrap.
Clap, whatever. Clap Trap. Yeah, that's.
Look at
Jeff.
you, you're dancing, yeah. But honestly, like the characters are all really good in that game. Like the thing that I really liked about Borderlands was doing ridiculous amounts of damage to bosses and just having a good time with friends. And then when Borderlands 3 came out, for some reason, the Gearbox decided that they wanted to nerf all the weapons. I'm excited for the Borderlands movie. I think Jack Black as Claptrap is going to be hilarious. I think that's going to be
Oh.
great.
Jack Black's going to be Claptrap.
Yes, that
yeah,
is
the
confirmed.
cast is very interesting. I can't
That is
wait.
going to be interesting.
Yeah, the cast is kind of interesting. It was Kevin Hart as Roland, right? That's the one I'm kind of off about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I
but
haven't
we'll
seen
see.
Yeah.
the casting, man, but that sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
This is
Um,
Yahtzee, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I thought? I thought that was a cup. I thought that.
No,
that
this
was
is
a cup.
this is
Claptrap.
Yahtzee. This is my bottle opener.
Oh,
And if
wow.
you
Nice.
see my
Hold on,
Xbox in the
what is it,
background
though?
also has a claptrap.
That's
Send her
a
full-
Fallout
send her full screen,
Coca-Cola
Will.
cap, isn't it? Is that a Nuka-Cola cap behind you too on the wall?
Yes, that is a Nuka-Cola clock that
Awesome.
my hubby
Awesome.
made. He made that.
What?
That's
He
cool.
cut it and
Wow.
bent it and painted it and put a
Nice.
clock face on it, and we actually
Shout out
gave
to
those out
hubby.
for Fallout for Hope this year, where we were raising money for St. Jude.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
That was one of the
Nice.
games as well that had a nerf to weapons. I really, when I finally
Oh.
got my explosive weapons in Fallout
My
76,
TSE.
yeah, I loved
There
it,
was
and then it was removed.
the death
Not
point for
removed.
Borderlands 3 for me was I ground 70 hours to get a Hellwalker, and the next day it was
No.
Oh, they
No.
That's
70 hours, and it's you can only
Wow.
get it from one boss.
Wow.
70
good, man.
70-hour grind. They nerfed it the next day, and that's when I decided I was done because they had just done a bunch of mass nerfs. And the only thing I didn't get is it's a PvE game with very minimal PvP elements. You have to agree to a duel. Why
Oh, wow.
are you doing this? Like the whole
Mhm.
point of the game is for me to get bigger guns that deal bigger damage
Yeah.
to kill things faster. Why are you preventing me from doing that?
Yeah, that does remind me of Fallout 76 a little bit because the same thing kind of happened there as well. A little bit anyway. Who on the panel is a fan of Game Boy Color?
Hell yeah.
Well, who isn't?
Did you say who isn't, Jeff?
I did say that.
Right on. Well, Ray's going to show us his real quick.
Yeah,
I
what do I
had
have
the
in it?
same one. I had the same one growing up. I
Hey,
love.
look what I got in there.
Ooh, Lego Racers.
Nice.
I really like that aesthetic of being able to see through like your hard plastic stuff. I wish more stuff would go back to this.
Ooh.
It looks so much nicer than having just straight up one color plastic.
How many ads do I got to get rid of here? Probably. bunch of
Be
them.
careful. Don't
Anyway.
click on something you're gonna regret.
Yeah, I know. This is a family show, Ray.
You're gonna wind up with a virus.
Take this blue pill. Okay, 10 best-selling Game Boy Color games of all time. If you guys are a Game Boy Color fan, I'd like your opinion on this list. I played a lot of Game Boy, but I really didn't feel like I had the NES for like longer than I should have. I didn't go right to a Super Nintendo either. So like I never ended up getting I went from Game Boy to the PSP, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. Big jump.
Like straight up Game Boy Color to the PSP. You didn't get any of the iterations of like the advanced or the
No, he had the
damn.
OG Game Boy. He didn't do color.
Oh,
Yeah.
no color, damn.
Yeah, it had
Game Boy Black and White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
my
awful big
cousin-
light on it.
My
Like
cousin
the
had one of
18
those.
batteries.
I remember that.
Well, is this worldwide sales? What is the denomination here? Is this just US?
Yeah, I
Does
think
it-
it's
does
just Retro Dodo's 10 best-selling Game Boy Color games of all time. So it's by numbers, I guess, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
So
number of
worldwide.
units.
Yeah,
So number of
worldwide.
units.
Just if you're surprised,
Wario
or would you agree
was
to it?
Very popular.
Yes,
Very popular.
I hated Wario.
agree. They sold all kinds of these, man. Never played. I think I played the first one on Game Boy, Wario. Maybe it wasn't even Wario Land. I don't even remember. All right, let's keep going down. The Legend of Zelda:
Yes.
Link's Awakening. This was one of my favorite all-time games. But I didn't play it on the DX. Or whatever. I ended up with on the Super Nintendo. There was a plug-in that you could play your Game Boy and Game Boy Color games on your TV. So
Oh,
would
I
put
forgot
the
about that.
cartridge-
Yeah, in the
Yep.
bottom of the controller. Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's what you had to do for Pokemon Stadium. You could plug in your Pokemon cartridge and put your Pokemon in the game. I remember that.
That's nice. But yeah, so I definitely agree with that one. I did play this one, just not on the Game Boy Color.
Same.
Let's see. Dragon Warrior Monsters. Don't even know what this is. Have you guys heard of this one?
Nope.
No, but I know Dragon Warriors was a very popular series. I do know that.
Yeah, I don't think this was the same.
Is Dragon Warrior related to Dragon Quest in any way? Do you know,
Ooh,
or
that's a good question.
because
See,
I
if
know
they're
Dragon
doing-
Quest is still. Oh, there it is. First
Yeah,
monsters
spin-off
from the
series.
Dragon Quest family games. There we go.
Yep. Dragon Warrior Monsters tells the story of two characters from Dragon Quest.
A lot of games came out in Japan that never made it elsewhere or didn't come to North
Very
America,
true.
maybe in
Very
Europe.
true.
So if they're going by number of units, it may be
Sold.
popular elsewhere, but not in North America.
This is
Yeah,
a game I had.
And some of the games were ported, meaning the English dialogue that was substituted in was atrocious. It was not, transferred very well.
Yeah.
So
my
what did you
son
think of this
went
game?
through
I've
the-
never played this one either. What
Well,
was
my
it like?
son, the cards, the duels. I remember my son like Pokemon cards and the I mean, oh my god, I was buying packs and packs.
I played Magic well into college, so like it
Oh,
went
wow.
on a little longer for me. But I remember getting this. The game actually wasn't that bad, all in all, for being like back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day. I didn't
They
have
made
this
two of
one.
them.
They made quite a few actually. Like they still put out Yu-Gi-Oh games now, I think.
Yes.
Wow. What
I
was
had
your-
this too. I had this for the PC.
What was your most favorite card you had in your deck? Because if you played it that long, I guarantee you had special decks and stuff. What
Oh,
was your
for
most
Yu-Gi-Oh as a
cherished
kid.
cards?
As a kid, like the cards that were in the show that were the big ones, like your Blue Eyes and your Dark Magician and stuff like that. Like as a young kid, you don't like I didn't care that much. Magic I didn't start until like late high school, early college anyway, and then I just played through college.
Man, they had so many Zelda games that I never heard of.
I've never played these.
No, I didn't even know these existed.
I've
Wow.
heard of these, but I've never seen them. Like I've
Wow.
never seen them played, but I've heard
Oracle
of
of
them.
really well.
Seasons.
Play both for the ultimate adventure. Oracle of Ages.
They cost a grip, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. I wonder what that
Pretty
is.
sure I'm pretty sure it had a bunch of Mario games in it from like that family. So I think it had a couple of I think it had like ports of Mario 1 and 2 maybe. It's
Yeah,
been a
I'm
while.
I'm a strange character, man. I love Super Mario Brothers 2. And that's the weirdest Mario Brothers game they made. But I know
my
it's
favorite
based
one.
on Doku Doku or whatever, but I love that game.
That's my
and
favorite one to
Mario
watch
3.
speedrun is
Oh.
Mario 2 for sure.
Yeah, I love I think it's is it Luigi or the princess that jumps super high? The princess floats. Luigi
Yeah.
jumps up. with his
Luigi
legs
jumps
sticking.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario jumps farther, Luigi jumps higher, Mario
Yes.
runs faster, Peach
Pokemon
floats.
Pinball.
I had that too. I'm actually happy to see that there are games that I had that are on the retro list.
Well, they sold a bunch of them, man.
I played the shit out of Pokemon Pinball. I
oh,
also
this
played
guy here-
a ton of Pokemon Gold and Crystal. I never bought Silver.
Oh,
Never had a
wow.
copy of Silver, but I did get a copy of Gold, and then when Crystal came out, I got a copy of Crystal.
I played so much gold.
My daughter was, oh my god, into these.
yeah,
I
dude,
have
a
like
lot of people
4.
put so much time into these games, man.
I think I have 4 emulators on my PC, and like 3 out of the 4 of them are Pokemon games. Just to play
Squids,
old games.
give a shout out to the famous plant-eating squid. Squids, he loves Pokemon, and he's got a huge collection. And we talked in detail about him. He's amazing, and I love to check out his collection. He likes to go through them and stuff.
What's everyone's favorite Pokemon?
Man,
Real quick.
Charizard, bro.
Oh
Look,
my
I said
god,
it
me
without-
too.
I said it without hesitation.
Really?
Man, he-
Really? The not
Charizard.
dragon. Got it.
Bro.
That's my
Bro,
favorite too.
hold on.
He
Back
couldn't
up
even
Charizard, bro.
even learn fly until they fixed him. And you're gonna
Charmander
go
Charmander's
with
the
that?
best starter.
Hold on. I'm not gonna joke on your favorite Pokemon.
I'm just no,
leave
man, I'm just
Charizard
curious.
man.
Well,
Leave
mine's not
Charizard alone.
Pikachu. I'll tell you that.
Mine's gonna get flamed, and I got no problem with that.
What's
I never liked
Mine?
Pikachu.
I'm an
to be
I'm an
honest.
Eevee fan.
You're
I'm
what?
an Eevee fan. Big
Eevee.
Eevee fan.
All right,
Yeah.
what is? I don't know what that looks like.
So
There's
Eevee-
so many Pokemon.
Eevee
It's like
is
a little fox looking thing.
Yeah, it's a little brown fox with a white stripe on its tail. But the reason that I like Eevee is because the only way Eevee evolves, at least in the first generation, is through stones. You could choose to make it a fire type, a water type, or an electric type. And as the generations went on, there were more and more types added. I like Eevee because of how versatile it is.
Yeah, Charizard, bro.
I gotta
No,
show
sorry.
off again.
That's fair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
If my dog would get out of the way. Jeez.
Don't let its flame go out.
I know.
Don't let its flame go out.
Saddest
Look,
thing
look.
ever.
What about you,
Charizard's
Jeff?
too strong.
Favorite Pokemon?
I don't have one.
What? Everybody's got a favorite Pokemon. Come on.
Jeff.
He pokes him.
Oh man.
All right, Jeff's a Snorlax over there. Here we go.
Snorlax. Oh my goodness.
Ray, what about you?
Come on, dude. Squirtle. He was so
All right,
cute.
no.
Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle was cool.
Squirtle or
Blastoise?
Blastoise,
Yeah.
the guns out of the
Yeah.
That was tight though. That was a tight design. I like that.
And my daughter, I used to get her plush giant Pokemon characters, and her and Suave got the. She loves what Suave likes. Was that
Charizard.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Or Charmander.
What the hell?
Yeah, Charmander, yeah.
That's your favorite Pokemon? You got SpongeBob
Folks,
on over
he
there?
actually sleeps with that at night still to this day.
So you had to catch 'em all.
Charizard. See, like my kids, they're not into Pokemon. They don't even know like really what Pokemon is, man. They into I have girls, so they're into like LOL dolls and what is the
probably
other
don't-
one called?
They got no
was
idea what a Beanie
my-
Baby is. Huh?
Yeah.
Daughter was Pokemon, and my son was Angry Birds. My son
okay.
was
Nice.
huge Angry Birds.
You get the
Like,
stuffed
Both
little
mine are.
plushies, or
I got every plush, and there's a maybe one day I'll upload it. And there's a picture where I have a bar, and I have all the plush, his plushies on the bar, and he's sitting there, pretending to serve them drinks. It's pretty funny. But
Mm.
awesome.
get me out of here.
I
What
never
you should
wanted
do-
to take
Nope.
Angry Birds seriously. I never wanted to take Angry Birds seriously up until they did Angry Birds Star Wars, and I was like, all right, this is never going away now. This is here forever. Now
Dude,
that
I
they've cemented it with
love
Star
Angry
Wars.
Birds Star
I
Wars.
could-
Oh
I
my
could
God.
So
never-
much fun.
I could never get into the idea of Angry Birds up until they did that, and they started using like actual gravity and slingshotting and stuff
Yeah,
like that. I was
and
like,
then you
all
had-
right,
They
this
added
is
the
cool.
force abilities in, and each guy did a different thing. Yeah, man, I really like that game. I put a lot of time into that game.
Angry Birds made me rage.
Shout out.
It made you angry.
Yes. I mean, Angry Tracy.
Remember- Shout out to Sierra Rose. She mentioned an Angry Bird.
Beanie Baby.
It's a little
Beanie Baby.
I mean, Beanie Baby. Sorry, she mentioned Beanie Babies. Yeah, I got some Beanie Babies. Hey, Beanie Babies back in the 90s, folks, was no joke.
Yeah.
I watch old ladies fight in line in front of Hallmark. We had a Hallmark store.
Where
is
it?
They were fighting over Beanie Babies.
Yeah, man.
You know
people got serious,
something that's retro that a lot of people don't mention.
Doesn't have the tag anymore because it's so old. But I got one. Sorry, I just want to show that off.
That is an old Beanie Baby.
Yeah, no, like it's
the Dalmatian.
This thing is so old. My little brother chewed its nose off at one point. It's
It just ups the resale value.
Oh yeah, that thing's. I don't know if I'm ever gonna have a kid, but if I do, it's where it's going.
I don't think you guys ever mentioned this this technology I'm about to mention now, and it's retro. It's definitely retro. But do y'all remember those little small lit key things that you have to feed? And it was
Tamagotchis and Gigapet.
Yeah,
they
Gigapets,
actually
yeah.
They're making a comeback. They're huge now.
Those, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna really date myself.
I played with them growing up too. I played with them.
Yeah, man.
I would
love.
Little
anybody remember? Anybody remember the Digivices? Like the portable Digivices. So when Digimon was, they actually did a couple different ones. They did the second gen ones that were like the hexagon shaped, like the original show, but then they did like the third gen ones that looked like little Palm Pilots. And I remember me and my friends would sit there because they wanted you to count steps. They were supposed to make kids active, and we'd sit there and we'd shake them.
Yeah,
we'd sit there for hours, hours. Little did we know we were practicing for the most important years of our lives.
Right.
What was that damn? It was a bird that talked to you, and its eyes would open up. What the hell was that?
Furby. Furby, yeah.
Oh my god, man.
They're creepy.
My wife.
I was dating a girl, and I got her a Furby.
My wife had my wife's mother had a Furby in her purse for some reason, and there was a tornado happening, and they all went like down into this cellar, or it was a cooler. Anyway, to get away from the tornado, and all the lights went out, and this Furby started talking from the purse, and it started freaking everybody out.
Bro.
No, Furby will straight up. If you don't know that thing's on and you walk in a room, that thing will scare the shit out of you.
That thing, I walk in and the eyes would open up, and he started talking in his language and shit.
Don't forget the Cabbage Patch dolls predated all of that.
Ooh.
They were nothing digital, but they were just
they were creepy.
Dolls.
They were creepy.
Right?
Well, dolls are
We had a Cabbage Patch section where everybody in class used to, you cannot have your Cabbage Patch on the desk. So the teacher lined up chairs, and all the Cabbage Patch were sitting in the back of the class, man. It was crazy, man. Crazy.
I think it was a Cabbage Patch, but they released this Cabbage Patch Kid you could feed, and it had a mechanical mouth. So you put a carrot up to it. And
I remember it.
You know, and people were getting their hair caught in it, and it would like chew all the way to their scalp.
Oh my god!
All it was just a track that would go from one end to the other to move the product you were putting in the mouth.
Yeah, you guys had
we weren't smart back in the day.
You guys had crazy shit. You guys had like easy bake ovens that would like actually burn you. You guys played with lawn darts. You guys were just it didn't matter.
The Snoopy slushy maker, dude.
The Snoopy slushy maker.
Dude, look,
I had one of those.
Easy bake oven is so like, I cannot believe we was making cakes out of light bulbs.
So like the weirdest,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
the worst.
Jeff's there. Behind cakes.
Dude.
Yeah, no, it was always weird for me because one of my first jobs in college to make money as a student was I worked at a Toys R Us. And as an adult, watching all these kids coming and buying all this stuff, you're like, does it still work? There were so many days that I had to stop myself from using my discount to walk out with like an easy bake oven or like something. Because I'm like, you know what? I never got to try this as a kid. But now, as an adult, I think I should do this. It's like, you know what? I'm probably better off just saving my money.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll be better off just buying a box cake out of the grocery store,
Making
just
it-
follow the instructions like that.
But it wasn't cooked under a light bulb. It's not the same.
it'll taste different. I promise you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
I
sure.
Hey, I used to sneak in my sister's room and be hooking me up. What are you doing? Baking a cake. I had fun. I got jealous when she got that for Christmas. I was like,
I want to bake cookies.
Yeah, you're like sitting there with your light bright. You're like, I want food.
Yeah, sure.
That easy
The hell
bake
is
oven,
this?
dude, that easy bake oven, it tastes like a cupcake that's been
Yes.
sitting out for about 2 or 3 days.
Dude, I just want to. I
All the
just-
moisture is done.
I
It's
just
gone.
want to experience the food poisoning everyone else got. I just want to try it once.
Man,
Well, they
dude.
don't sell certain products anymore, like the lawn darts that were
Yeah.
actually like
Yep.
projectiles.
Mhm. Mhm.
that was dangerous, dude.
Yeah, the
Dangerous.
80s and 90s, man. You definitely, life was rough. We all wore a helmet.
Dude, I'm surprised they still sell slingshots now. I know they took them off the market
Yeah.
for a long time, like a long time, because people getting popped in the eye with them.
Throwing
While we're
trouble.
talking toys, can I show off that stuff I was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
So my friend sent me a package. I don't know. Do you have the cards right there, Ryan?
Go full screen, Will.
Right there.
Yeah, I sure will.
Okay, so she sent me a couple retro things, but she also sent me awkward family postcards.
Lovely.
That is a little awkward.
I love
That is a
that.
little awkward.
She sent me a Pac-Man lanyard.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
She sent me a Chun-Li Hello Kitty from Street Fighter
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What?
and a Etch-a-Sketch sticky note pad.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
You know what? You tricked me then, because I thought it was a etch a sketch.
Yeah, I know.
really
Yeah.
I
did.
think I can't help but use a pencil whenever I write in this. So-
Right.
All right, that's all I
That
need
is
to show.
crazy.
Right on. That's
Hey,
awesome.
man,
Thought you guys
love
could
Hey.
appreciate
that
those.
sketch. Come on, I had tons of fun. I tried to break it open.
I was
To get the
terrible.
sand out of
Yes,
it.
Get sand. Dude, oh my god, what was that? This
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong. It had
Stretch
corn syrup in it.
Armstrong, man.
Oh,
It
Yeah,
had
man.
corn syrup in it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
It's crazy.
yeah. My mom was so pissed off, but I had to know.
I had
Dude,
to
look,
know.
Look, let me tell you guys. I miss the old wrestling action figures, like the way they used to make them, man.
Yeah.
I
That
remember.
was
So-
I
was
sold
like
them all
some-
on eBay.
You know
Don't even,
what I'm
oh, I'm so upset.
So
with
I
myself.
had some really
Should've
weird
kept them,
ones
Ray.
that I had for a little while that I don't remember seeing anywhere else. And the ones that
Hold on,
I
I'll be
had
right
had
back. I got some.
magnets on them. Like they're like the people would have fists and they had magnets on the end of each
You could
fist.
change
and
the fist.
No, you couldn't even
Oh.
change the fist, but like there were magnets on like the back and front as well. So you could actually get someone to like body slam someone
Oh,
by
they-
squeezing the
Mm.
legs
Yeah.
because it would stick together. And then when you let go, the force down would let it go and it would, you
Right.
know, the magnet would let go.
They
Dude,
got
look,
real
let me
good.
tell you.
They got real good at the motion of the figures when Ninja Turtles got really big. Like they
Yeah.
Oh
started
yeah,
pushing them out.
Ninja Turtles. I was just about to mention Ninja Turtles. Now you want to talk about retro, man? Ninja Turtles.
I was always more of a
Dude.
Power Rangers guy, but Ninja Turtles are pretty cool.
Ninja Turtles would blow Power Rangers out the
Hey, they
water
would, man.
when
You
it comes
go-
to sales on action figures.
You go
back
back
in
and
the
watch
90s.
Probably.
19
I would say back in the
1993 Christmas of mine, I was doing backflips for getting Ninja Turtles for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
they-
just
Go ahead, Ray,
Ninja
go
Turtles are
ahead,
cool.
All right.
and everything.
So, guys, Suave, thanks for mentioning the wrestling action figures. Dude, I sold them on eBay, but I was huge into Japanese wrestling.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
I used to, this guy, he's Hashimoto.
Nice.
I used to love Japanese wrestling, New Japan. So I would collect all the characters. These are all from the 90s.
Nice.
So, and you would get these, Japan had these mystery boxes, and you would get all these wrestlers,
Oh, cool.
and they're all mixed. So, yeah. So just to show you that, but God, I love wrestling in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here you go.
what's his name? The guy who made Spawn. What's his name? I'm blanking on it right now. Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane makes some wonderful toys as well.
Spawn.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man. He makes some real good stuff, some action figures, but it's more like it's not something you'd give to.
It's
a
more like a
12-year-old to go
collectible
play.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't play with them. You don't play
That's
with
a whole. That's a whole segment we could do. What Ray's saying is stuff that we got rid of that we wish
Yep.
we didn't get rid of. Like I had all the Star Wars figurines.
Yes.
I spent so much money on those. I gave them to these kids, and then they like didn't even play with them. I was just like, oh man, if I still had those, or
Actually,
I traded my
man.
NES for the N64. I'm like, oh, I should have just bought an N64 and kept the NES.
Yeah,
And,
I
just
really
all
I
that.
really recently sold off a bunch of like old Christmas ornaments that are old like Disney and like limited and you can't get anymore and stuff like that.
Hold on,
Like,
Jeff,
and
I'm
I'm
gonna make you full screen.
super happy with who I sold them to, but
Oh,
you know.
the Tauntaun.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Oh, yes, classic.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
those.
Oh,
Lance
that's a
Vader?
good one. Yeah.
Oh my God, no, you
Yeah.
yeah,
bastard.
you had C-3PO and Luke in there. Love the Star Wars toys, man. Wait a minute. That's a
What was
village
that?
person. That was a village person, Jeff.
Oh.
In the Navy.
Dum 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 dum.
Nice.
Dum dum
Nice.
dum 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 dum. Lost his
Yeah, well,
Lightsaber.
there was a
Just throw
couple.
a toothpick. You can slide a toothpick in there.
There was a couple of versions of that Darth Vader actually, and Boba Fett.
and my swimming badge from
What the heck?
I was
Were you a Boy Scout, Jeff?
I was. Do you reckon it has my swimming badge? And
Or is
how
that
about
where you hang out with the white van?
this
Is
isn't
that where
Star
you go?
Wars? But how about this guy?
I was a
Oh my
different
God.
alien.
E.T.
And if I
E.T..
found it, if I had a 9-volt battery, I might be able to get his. I can
Uh-oh.
probably put
What
Ray-
is that?
What the hell, Jeff?
Ray.
Jeff,
That
Jeff, don't.
Ray.
I'm not even going there, Jeff.
That's
Oh
right.
I'm
my.
not even going there. Not
Wow.
going there.
Ray.
Is ET going home?
Not
Yeah,
going there, folks. Not going
I can't
there.
even imagine the prostate examination with that.
Oh,
bro.
suave. E.T.'s definitely going home now.
Oh God.
I was gonna say I left it up to the imagination. but whoa.
ET home run.
Oh, hey, wait. We
E.T.
got to see
home
Yoda
run.
now.
That's
Yeah,
Yoda.
you are.
Why is he
Yeah,
so
man.
tall?
What the hell?
He is big, man. He's tall. He's like half. He's like
too
more than
tall,
half
bro.
the size of the village person.
He finally, that's teenage Yoda.
Got an X-wing. Nice.
Hang on, I lost part of the there.
Nice.
What else do I
One day I'll
got?
show you my wrestling ring.
Oh, I also got an orange badge for swimming.
Orange badge.
And I also actually at my parents' house. I guess I got to find it. My little space. I got the Enterprise,
Nice.
and I also got a space jacket.
Say, if that was going to be the Challenger, that was going to be very retro, Jeff.
Hey,
Too
Jeff's
soon.
Yeah, too soon.
Jeff's gonna start pulling out. Jeff's gonna start pulling out old candy and stuff from back in the 60s.
Ooh,
What the
He's
fuck
like,
is
what is
that?
That
What
is
is that?
that is Jeff's Juggalo membership badge. That's what that is.
Wow.
Oh, I don't like it. It's
My
creepy.
goodness, what is that, man?
I
No.
told you, man. Who was that
Get him
guy?
out.
that
You
was
kick him
that
out entirely.
kid?
You got kicked out for that.
Great. What was
Hey.
that guy? Gracie.
I didn't know he was a
Knew
Juggalo.
Gracie, man. The killing clown dude.
Oh, was that really John Wayne Gacy?
I told you.
I made Jeff
You
laugh.
know what? I would much
That was-
rather it be a picture
that
of Juggalos than Jeff just casually having a picture of John Wayne Gacy in his box.
True.
Jeff,
True
Jeff,
that.
Jeff, show him your Juggalo tattoo, man.
Juggalo for life.
Oh,
Oh
I'm messing up.
my goodness.
Break
Hey,
everybody
there we
for.
go. I'm just moving.
Okay.
Ray and Jeff disappeared. Oh, I hope they're not coming back as clowns.
Uh-oh.
God,
Jeff
me
can-
too. I
Jeff
don't need
can
nightmare
change
That
really
was
fuel.
scary.
fast.
Yeah, is he a master of the quick change?
He
Got a little
is.
time in the theater?
Wardrobe changes. Mhm.
It's crazy.
No doubt.
I do not have a 9-volt battery.
That is upsetting.
What the hell does
You
he-
can't-
Your batteries ran out on that, huh?
Yeah, So I will have to see if I can get this to work.
Can you take that off your finger? You're scaring me. You are scaring me.
That is
I
disturbing.
don't have words.
That is
Just a
very
little bit.
disturbing.
All right, Jeff, we're almost out of time. Do you want to do your This Week in Retro, sir?
Yeah. Oh, I also had. I didn't pull this down. I also have an old.
Oh, Centipede.
Centipede.
And I also have my gun from Pirates of the Caribbean.
So correct
Oh,
me if
good
I'm
one.
wrong, because I'm young, but Centipede was like OG Snake, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
OG
Mhm.
Snake.
Because I grew up with it being Snake, not
The
Centipede.
beginning of the beginning. All
Okay.
right.
Oh, now the first one, I remember the game. I remember the name, but I clearly, whatever Will found, I do not remember this. But Treasure Quest, the old Windows 3.x, 1996. I don't remember there being $1 million. Maybe that wasn't in Canada. But what do you got, Will? Will's trying to.
You got too many tabs. Is what he's got.
I
Good
do.
A
Lord.
lot of tabs.
Yeah.
A
That's a
lot
lot
of
of
Oh,
tabs.
there we are. Right there. Treasure Quest.
There you go.
And
So-
what's interesting is on the box, it says win $1 million. Solve the mystery. Win $1 million. Somebody did win, and I'm not sure they got paid out.
Wow.
Just saying.
Now, is there any like I do see fine print there? So does that fine print say in-game currency or like anything like that? Like, is there anything
No.
on the box that
It
would?
just says there's contest rules and details to look at
Ooh.
inside.
You-
Yeah.
Interesting.
You gotta be careful because there was a lady. They had some kind of giveaway that you could win, and it was for a toy Yoda, and so she won, and they actually gave her a toy. It was a
Yeah.
toy.
Yeah, no.
Yoda.
So I remember this being a big story when the original Xbox first came out, but there was this guy in the UK who listed on eBay an Xbox box, and someone bought it for $1,000.
Yeah, and it was the box.
Oh,
And it was just the box. And when he got it, he like went through. He tried to go through eBay and get his money back, and they were like, "No, like the guy listed it correctly. There is
Yep.
nothing we can do. Like you
Yep.
legitimately just got
Oh,
duped."
man.
Absolutely. You bought it, and you bought a box.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah. It's
All
not
right.
like you bought an iPad and it came with a brick or something, in
Yeah.
the box.
April 11th, 2003. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell for the GameCube. I know we talked GameCube Color earlier, but
Yeah.
Game Boy Color.
oh, yeah,
GameCube
Game
was
Boy.
the system.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah, GameCube was like the flat out cube system.
Yes, it was.
Ubisoft.
Splinter Cell was a fantastic franchise.
Into your name, Suave Polo.
I never played a lot of Splinter Cell personally, but I did like watching my friends play these games. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've
the
never been
stealth
one for stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it relied heavily on was the stealth mechanics.
I have no
shooting
patience
light
for
bulbs.
stealth.
Yeah, I don't play solo games. So I mean, they look cool. I watch them, but I just don't play solo games. I don't like
Yeah,
solo games.
It's almost like the very beginning of Hitman, kind of like
Yeah.
the thought of the Hitman type style game.
Exactly.
They obviously
Manhunt.
took it miles further, but
Manhunt was another big one like that got banned out in a couple places. They did Manhunt and Manhunt.
Manhunt, that's the one where you were a serial killer and you
Yep.
like murdered everyone.
Yeah.
That was one of my brother's favorite games, man.
A newer game that was like that with the stealth is Dishonored.
Yeah.
Dishonored, yeah. That's a good one too.
And like lots and lots of like single player games that are now becoming open world instead of just linear levels are finding ways to incorporate stealth mechanics
Yeah,
like
what
Dying
about
Light,
Thief?
Assassin's Creed.
What about Thief?
Yeah, see,
Thief
well,
was good.
Oh, Thief was good too.
have they done
You talk
another
about
one
the first
since
person?
they did the release on the Xbox One when it launched? Has there been another Thief game since then?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. There was the
I played
Thief
it on
Remaster
Xbox.
and Thief 2 or something. I don't. But I did play the one where it was like open world kind of, and you were in a city and you had to sneak around and do stuff. I don't know. I didn't get very far.
I know that all you guys can relate to this, but back then, if there was a game that came out and it was a part one, it was real good. If it came out with part two, he was like, yeah, that's probably gonna stop right there. It did not too many games at part 3 and up back then.
We're looking at you, Valve.
Now
Learn to count.
Like, franchise.
Right.
Like what was that? Mario Brothers,
All right, Jeff, I got
Okay, so April 12th, 2004, Serious Sam and Serious Sam Next Encounter for the Game Boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know Serious Sam made it to the Game Boy, so I was very interested to check out what the game actually looked like because I never played it.
I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of Serious Sam, but I never played any of the games. They came out with an Xbox title too, didn't they?
Yeah, one that
360?
just recently got released, I believe.
Another new one? Okay, I was even thinking
4,
like years
I think
ago.
it is. Serious Sam 4.
Okay.
Come on, hit start, Will.
Trying to get into the game. It's looking the same.
Password is Opie.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, this is like Doom
wow.
style. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This guy must have had 256 megabyte of RAM.
Jesus, that looks terrible.
Yeah,
we
just stop
played-
it.
This
Stop
is
it,
what
think.
we played.
I know.
Wait, it was
You know what though?
2004.
Back when I was young, this was everything. Though I was like,
It was.
It was.
wow.
It was.
Did you see the
man.
graphics, the colors?
Think
Wow.
about like file size,
realistic.
but think about file sizes then and now too. Like you
Oh,
get
I know.
games like Call of Duty Warzone where it's like 1.5 terabytes or something
Yeah, it's
stupid
crazy.
like that.
Crazy.
You know what's so crazy though? That we look at this now, we was like, dang, I can't believe I was excited about that game. And then if they create that game back now and they like put it on the console, not too many sales will come from it. It's like they'll buy it, but then it's like
Yeah, but
it won't
Suave,
last long. on playing,
your
you know?
daughters are gonna say to you, you had to hold something in your hand to play a game.
True.
Like,
You
Dad,
didn't
really?
just
You
look
had
at the
to.
screen
You
and
had to.
control
What
it?
is this control? You
Dude.
had to use. It wasn't tied to your brain.
Do you really think that VR, even AR, is gonna progress that quickly? Because honestly, with the amount of
Oh
people
no, it's gonna
that
be
get
some new.
sick,
It's gonna be some new technology
Dude.
that's just gonna be a
Mhm.
chip implanted in the brain that you play the game.
Look,
Arctic
I'm gonna be
Polar
honest
Bear, you
with you
shouldn't
guys.
ask me that question
dude.
because I was the dumbass in like 1990 going, in the year 2000, I'm going to have a flying car and a robot. Yeah, right. It didn't happen. So I don't know.
I
Like,
can't see a world where people are gonna get a chip in their brain to play video games. To be honest, especially on the back of
I
some of the
wouldn't
stuff
even
I've seen in
want-
the last couple of years.
I
think it would
wouldn't want a
depend on
chip in my brain.
how
doing
much we
that. I
murder.
wouldn't want
But
to.
with the
Epic,
stuff.
Epic. I'm gonna do my own research.
That is fair. That is fair.
I'm-
If you do your own,
I'm gonna do my own research.
if you're gonna do your own research, you go ahead and you do your own thing, man.
I'm gonna
Good for you.
do
Good for
my
you.
own research. I'm gonna do my
Good
own
for you.
research.
Good for you. Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, hold on. We didn't even mention this though. A game it's like retro looking, but it's
Uh-huh.
actually doing well. Minecraft, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft. I can't
Has-
believe
Minecraft's
Minecraft's
very
doing well, and
simple.
it's kind of like that retro
Wow.
old technology looking,
Is-
like block looking.
Is base
Blocking-
Minecraft even that simple anymore, though? When you stop to think
Not
about
really.
all of the things that they've included in there, like
And
I
if you
agree
want
about the look
plugins-
for sure. It's
and
like
if you
got
want-
that.
If you want plugins or mods, no, it is a mess. My neighbor, Packers, she loves the game, and every time there's an update, her game breaks. Because
I'm
of
even
all the
talking
stuff.
console, not even mods. Like if you look at what is on base Xbox Minecraft now compared to what was on base Xbox Minecraft like 2-3 years ago, it's just expanded so much. But I agree, it definitely is a really good, like old retro feeling game.
Hey, look at that, Arctic Polar Bear. There's videos of a monkey playing Pong using Neuralink.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
but that's the thing is that did the monkey consent
No,
to
no,
having
the
that
monkey was like,
Neuralink?
I want to play Pong.
Like
Let me out.
there, it's not. Can it be done? Because there are lots of things that can be done. It's
True.
will it be done and should it be done?
Monkey
Be like, I can sew my foot to my ass. I just
Monkey
don't
did-
want to.
Monkey did its own research.
Did Dolly do the research when they cloned her?
Yes,
No.
Dolly did it.
Jeff.
Informed
Jeff.
consent.
The monkey was researched. There's a
Oh, there you go. Ah, yeah, yeah.
There's a difference.
SpongeBob for the PSP came out in the UK. I threw out a UK one in here. I always forget about our friends over across the ocean, but I think I
No,
have my
fun.
PSP right here. Got my PSP. Ray's got his probably within arm's length.
It's right there behind me.
There it is.
Ready to go. Ray's always ready, bro. Ready.
PSP was amazing, man. It was a Very
I
convenient.
got the Star Wars one over there too. A Star Wars PSP.
My uncle used to mock me relentlessly for playing with my pusp. Everywhere.
Whoa.
Your what?
What's your
Yeah, I
what?
had a
You're
PS.
going
I had a
full
PSP.
straight.
Wait a minute.
I
wait
had
a
a
minute.
PSP. I had a PSP that I played. It was my handheld system of choice.
That's
And my uncle, everywhere I went, he goes, "Why do you have your pusp?
Yeah.
Why are you playing with your pusp out in public?" Everywhere we go.
Man. Wow.
Everywhere.
Because
Everywhere.
nobody else
Bro,
is.
I ain't gonna tell you what I thought you were trying to say.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know what
we
I know what you thought.
He said that's why it was
Hey.
said that way to me, I'm sure.
Hey,
No,
Tracy
I'm
caught
positive I understood.
it. Tracy caught it as soon as he said, "Oh, what?"
Yeah, what?
Yeah, no, it was like my uncle, just a great guy. Throw this out, like we'd be in public, we'd be like somewhere like that, just shit like that should not be said, and just right out in public, and it's like, yep, here we go,
That's funny.
here we
I
go.
like it. Gotta like it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sounds
I
awesome.
I used to ride on the subway with my puss.
All right, what's next? What do we got next?
your
Willie?
pusp
The
ends with a
fist-
P. It's
Quake
Oh,
4. Oh,
Puss.
Quake 4 for the Macintosh.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Oh, I love
Quake
I,
4,
Quake
man.
was Quake
But
was
on the
pretty
Mac? But on the Mac.
Yeah,
Max
this is
still
on the
can't
Mac.
play games.
So what were you gonna say, Ray, about Quake?
man, Quake was one of those like
LAN
just,
party games, man.
just amazing times.
Were they doing that with Macs though? Were people bringing their Macs over and LAN partying with Macs?
I'm
Believe
sure
it
they
or
were,
not,
man.
I was at a mall 2 days ago and they had a place. It was called Play Something, and it's just all PCs. Lamp. We're still doing the LAN stuff.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's places here that do that, but I meant with Macintoshes.
Yeah, not Macintosh.
Yeah, my only exposure to Quake has been the Undergrads episode. For those of you who know what Undergrads is,
Nope.
that's my only exposure. It was a Canadian TV series that was
Mhm.
pretty popular for a while.
The only other Canadian on here knows, but the Americans do not.
No, Ray shook his head. I saw Ray shake his
Oh,
head.
did Ray shake? Okay, cool.
I thought he did anyway.
All right. What's next? What do we got next?
X2, Wolverine's
X2
Revenge.
Wolverine's Revenge. As this was out on, I put many versions because it was basically on all of them. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what
was-
I don't know what
God.
what it wasn't on.
It was on multiple systems, and
It was
we
on
actually
multiple
brought
systems.
it up and looked at it either a few episodes or last season. So I didn't bring that one up, but that is
Yeah.
a good game though, or was at the time.
Yeah.
This one though is my.
I put
freaking
this on.
favorite.
Now this is different. This is the NES version without the Mike Tyson license.
Yeah.
Did you read
well,
the whole?
I did, but I put my favorite one up there.
So how did
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna
how
do
does
what I
that
wanna
work?
do.
Did they just change out the final boss for the non-licensed version? Is that what they
Yes.
did?
Yes, they did. They had, I believe it was Mr. Dream or something like that,
Okay.
and he basically moved the same. It was almost the same combinations, everything, the same movements. But he
Little
didn't look
Mac.
like, he
Go
didn't
Little
look like
Mac.
Tyson. But yeah, this game
Oh, guy looks
I
like
can-
Ray.
to this day,
What do you effer?
to this day, I can still jump into this game and play through at least 5 people and just have a blast, man. This is
Oh yeah.
directly out of my childhood.
Hey, you gotta admit though, that Mike Tyson boss wasn't no joke, man. That one punch knocked you out. That one.
One
That
punch
one
would knock
punch.
you down. If you get knocked down 3 times, it's over. And
Yeah,
usually
I like-
after the second, you're not getting up anyway.
Oh no, I like the fact that it was some good hand
Classic,
coordination
yo.
on this game, man. Like you really had to like look at it and say, okay, I need to move here. You know what I'm saying? I need to push this
Yeah.
button here.
I really like speedrunning, and one of the coolest things I have ever seen done at a GDQ was someone did a run of this game blindfolded.
Yeah. Did they have a
And
bag on their head? Was
It
the
wasn't a
paper
bag.
Oh,
They did a
okay.
legitimate like blindfold, but
Yes. 'Cause
it
this
just
is one of the games by just the audio
sounds. Yeah.
cues. Yes, you know
That,
it.
hey,
And,
that
and to watch it
photo,
happen, you see it and you're just like, there's absolutely no way.
Suave. So somebody
up?
actually went blindfolded and fought Mike Tyson in Punch Out without their eyeballs and beat him. And you know how
That's
light and
good. I
fast he
mean,
is.
well, you gotta understand though, man. Like that Mike Tyson game was you had the sound. it made a sound every time they did something. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
Well, that's
Like,
exactly how they do
like,
it. They talk
yeah.
about it being the audio cues that they
And
use.
there's a
They
guy.
put a
Take
blindfold on
that-
me. I'm getting my ass whipped.
Take that audio out of it though. Tell me that someone did it blindfolded and they had the volume down. Tell me that, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
I'm
probably
impressed.
not.
I'm impressed then. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
probably not. But there's also
Yeah, I'm not
visual-
impressed when you said that. It was like, I'm not impressed. What did you say that for? Like,
I don't know,
Uh,
man. I don't know if I have the audio cues or not.
I'm impressed. I'm
to
impressed because
to
not
have the
everybody's-
muscle memory to be
Yeah.
able to do that, even with the
cool.
audio cues, to know
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
impressed.
have like 0.15 of a second between hearing
Mhm.
that sound and having to push that button. Like people
Yeah.
don't have the motor skills
Hey,
to do
people
that.
do it. People do it all the time, man. It's called text messaging.
Maybe-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you
maybe
could
you didn't
text.
know this, Suave, but these guys in the audience too, like this guy here, he gets replaced with somebody with glasses, I think. Or anyway,
Mhm.
they like nods his head when this guy's about to knock you out or do a special move. Some of these people move, and when they do, it gives you a visual cue to do whatever you're supposed to counteract their special move that they do.
Mhm.
Hey, look,
Or
it's
telling you to
Mario.
block. Yeah, it is Mario.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
he was put in
let's
there
be
as a
honest, though.
placeholder. They didn't
Every-
think they were the people who made Mike Tyson's Punch Out put Mario in as the ref. They thought they were going to jerk him out. They didn't. They kept Mario in. He wasn't even supposed to be in the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But like, let's be honest. In Mario Punch Out,
Pedal, right?
all the
Pedal.
characters did the same thing. There was no change in it compared to games now. Games
True.
now, it's like you can definitely see some kind of change. It's not going to be the same thing over and over. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
there is a pattern in a lot of games. If you find that pattern,
but
especially in
that's-
solo games.
But that's all Dark
Especially-
Souls comes down
Go
to
ahead.
is finding the boss's pattern. But
Yeah.
but again, like the harder games like Dark
Memorizing it.
Souls and stuff like that, it's all it comes down to is you go against the boss so many times, you learn that
Yeah.
pattern, and eventually you
Yeah.
adapt.
I don't know
So
if
if this
anybody-
person, if you told me that person blindfolded played that game for the first time, blindfolded and did it, then
He'd
I'm
be a
like, oh
savant.
man, that's amazing. But
How
you
would
telling me
how
that
would you know to
someone
listen to
just
the
did it?
audio cues if it's your first time playing it?
That's true.
Like
Say what
there's
now?
no way. There's no way someone could sit there and blindfold it first try. No way.
I don't think so.
Right. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. If you did, then I would be impressed. Like
I mean, I
that
played
that
that
would
game.
impress me.
You're see,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Played
just
that game
surprised
so
you're
many
not
times.
impressed by not being able to see it. Like you can't even
I'm
see what
not
your hands are doing.
impressed. I'm not impressed because that's just repetition and the sounds. You know, the sounds in older games made it so obvious that something was gonna happen.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
cue you.
It is a good technique. I mean,
So
could I do
legitimate
it? No, I
legitimate
couldn't do it.
question, does a professional in anything impress you? Because it's all just repetition.
You're impressing me right now.
I appreciate that. I
I'm very
appreciate that, man.
impressive.
I do. I appreciate that. You impress me too.
Welcome
all
to
honesty.
Suave's world.
Like
y'all.
all the questions you're giving me right now, I'm so
Suave's
impressed.
world.
All right, Elder Scrolls. This is a good one, Jeff.
Yes.
Yes, Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. This is
Yeah, the
Xbox
quarry.
360 Windows
quarry.
download version.
I played the shit out of Oblivion.
I never
Yeah.
played Oblivion, played a little bit of Skyrim, and Skyrim did not take a hold on me like it took a hold on the rest of the world.
And
Love
Morrowind.
Oblivion, love Oblivion
Morrowind
and
grabbed
Morrowind.
me by the hand
Morrowind
and
was the
drugged
first
me
game I
around.
got sucked into.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
same here.
Yeah,
always
man.
I've always leaned towards science fiction for my fantasy as opposed to high fantasy, and I think that plays a role in it. But now that I've gotten older and I've started playing D&D and stuff like that, I find like a newer appreciation for games like this. So I'll probably try the new Elder Scrolls when it comes out.
Yeah.
So what would be?
Oblivion was
Well,
amazing.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Nope, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, so what would be your go-to if you had to pick out of a character like wizard, warrior, or what's another class they always have?
So like I traditionally like D&D in D&D and games like this, I usually play like a rogue or an archer. Like
Okay.
a rogue
Yeah,
or a
archer. Yeah,
ranger.
I'll say
That's
archer,
generally
warrior.
what I would play. I
I
like
remember this so much.
having options. I like being
Morrowind-
able
Crazy.
to stealth through things or progress forward by force if I choose to.
You were
Nice.
rolling in style when you found the pants of levitation from the dude in Morrowind. I tell you what. But Oblivion was really good too. I got totally hooked on trying to max out all of my skills because with enough money, you could really hook yourself up.
Like real world
mobile.
money or
No,
No.
in-game money? Okay.
In-game
Currency.
currency.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
in-game
this seems to I was like, I'm pretty sure
This
this
is before
predates play
that.
to win, but
Yep.
or pay to win, but you never
But
know.
They pissed people off by putting horse armor in the game for like $20 or something at the time. And one of these, I can't remember what Elder Scrolls it was.
I think it was Skyrim, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was Skyrim. I remember
Okay.
hearing about this. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very expensive and it was just cosmetic and people were not.
That's when they
too-
started really doing paid DLCs and stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was
Absolutely.
that was not long after Hearthstone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or like the Hearth and Home update or whatever they called it.
Raiden 3, Jeff. You ever played that?
I did. I don't know if I still have the disc. I lost a lot of my. I gave away or sold or did stuff with my. I only started redoing. I thought I had it back here, but can't seem to find it.
All of these games, man, were so much fun back in the day. 1942, Life Force, all these games, man, I really, really loved. And like Life Force had the a partial Konami code to give you like 20 some lives. So I've beaten Life Force, but that's
The amount of games like this I've played as ads on a mobile device, and to think that there was a time where these were like full-on cartridges is just insane.
Well, you could fit a whole NES collection on a 1 gig stick. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible, man. Like everything you got on your shelf would fit on a thumb drive.
Yeah,
And
and like a
that is
small
crazy.
game nowadays is 20 gigs.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah. And the games back then was a few hundred kilobyte.
Yeah, it'd still take forever to download.
I can hear the dial-up.
I did live in a world with dial-up briefly. Like I had a modem and like had to get off the phone and stuff, or had to get off the internet if people wanted to use the phone. I remember doing stuff like that. I was really young, but I remember it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was like the worst.
It was, man. Hey, got a phone call coming in. The picture's not done. Damn it. Yeah, you're in trouble. You ain't getting the picture. But anyway, yeah, Raiden, I love these types of games, man.
Yep.
Totally
Yep.
love them.
Did you guys
And
know
then-
that in old school Duck Hunt you could control the dog, or it was like you control the dog if you're player 2 or something like that?
Oh, that's interesting.
I
didn't know
I
I
didn't know
recently
that.
learned that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I
I
don't
saw
think
someone in
anybody
chat
knew.
mention. I saw somebody in chat mention Duck Hunt, and I was like, I'm gonna throw this fact out for someone.
that.
Fun little
Nice.
fact-
man.
fun
I
little
didn't know
factoid.
that. Now my brother would like hold the controller. I didn't think he was doing anything. Maybe he was messing with
Yeah, I
it.
know he controlled the dog as long as it was set to 2-player.
Wow.
Ford Mustang, the legend lives.
Oh my.
Woo,
And of course, we'll
Ford.
end it with a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I brought up was the Pokemon,
there you go.
Gotta catch 'em all.
the mystery dungeon, or what was it called?
Yeah, Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, I never did any of the Mystery Dungeon games, but I heard that they were really, really good.
I've heard people just love the Pokemon games, even the mobile one where you walk around and it like
Pokemon
simulates.
Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people love that stuff, man. I mean, catching them and then training them, people really get hooked on that stuff. Not me personally, but I definitely.
I like a lot of the Pokemon games. I didn't really like Let's Go Eevee. It was too childish for me.
I like the Pokemon Battle Arena matches.
Ooh.
Those are awesome.
I
Would
really
you
like.
literally go up against other people with your Pokemons.
Yeah.
Like a duel.
Yeah.
I really liked in the newest Pokemon, while Ray searches for this, that they went ahead and they gave that big feel back to like gym trainer battles that they had in like the original show. Because like when you played the Game Boy games growing up, you'd walk into this big place, and having watched the show, you were like, oh, there's supposed to be people watching me compete. They're invested in this. They come to the gyms and they watch. I loved that they did that in the newest Pokemon.
Like stuff like this, like Pokemon Battle Revolution. You know, this was fun. This is what I loved.
Is that like a fighting game with Pokemon? Is that what that is?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Smash Brothers, but with Pokemon.
I had a Digimon game for the PlayStation way back in the day that was like that too, and it was like a side scroll fighter like MK, but it was all Digimon. It was so cool.
Oh, that's not what I was doing. I was doing that. All right. Hey, we are out of time. We went over the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, my son's like, Dad, Sonic 2. Sonic 2. Like, shut up.
All right,
Yeah, going to see Sonic 2.
Starting with
Yeah.
you, Suave, and going the opposite way, and then to Arctic, and then Miz Tracey. Where can people find you? What are you going to be up to? And what you got going on, man?
Oh man, catch me on the Man Cave Show. No, so yeah, seriously though, check out the Man Cave Show. It's gonna be on Stereo Pro Gaming's episode. What? Not this week, but the week after.
Yeah, next Monday. Yep.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Is it next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
next Tuesday. Yeah, man. So check out the Man Cave Show. Also, you can check out the episode after that, man, on the Climax.
Yeah, the link to your channel is in the description.
There you go, man. And also check out that Discord for World War Z. I'm looking for a lot of gamers so we could just game and, take down zombies together, man. It's so funny. It's so funny. Hopefully I can get Ray to play another game with me, Ray. Come on.
He trying to sweet talk you.
Sounds like a yikes from him, dog.
Yeah, Ray. I miss playing with you, bro. Don't make me cry on live TV, man. On live YouTube.
Come on, hug it out. Let's go.
That's
Ray
awesome.
don't like to hug, man, because he's afraid of we're not gonna say
Yeah, okay.
the T in with a P.
Oh man,
But
what
yeah.
the hell?
Epic Polar Bear, where can people find you, man, and what are you going to be up to?
You can find me on Twitch at my channel at Epic Polar Bear. Like I said multiple times tonight, I play a lot of Rocket League, but I also play a lot of other single player games, and I like to have fun with my friends. Come by, say hi and chat, and let's just have a conversation. You can learn something about me, because that's what it's all about. That's why I stream. It's just
Thank
about
you,
connecting
certified
with
dog.
other people.
I completely agree with you.
Somebody want to link me who Certified
We
Doc
will.
is, so I can.
I'll let you hear him and stuff on our stream.
Dude,
And you'll
you
see
gotta hear.
when we play with him, he has to wear a back brace because he carries the whole team. It's just
Oh,
it's true.
It's crazy, dude.
Miss
That's
Tracey,
crazy.
what are you going to be up to, and where can people find you?
You can usually find me on Twitch. I'll share my link in the chat. I play a variety of games, but if you go to my Twitch page, you can see like all my other links to YouTube and Discord and all that. Our Discord is pretty awesome. It's got a lot of channels. If you guys want to check it out, I'm just getting really hooked on it. But yeah, I'll be streaming it tonight. I'll be doing Halo and then Conan Exiles, and honestly, I might be taking some time off here soon for medical stuff, but otherwise I usually stream most nights except for Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:15 p.m. Central, because that's when my kids are in bed. So that's when I start streaming.
Awesome.
So.
Okay, Ray, how about you, man? What you got going on?
Tonight, 10 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be playing Naraka Blade Point, which is a battle royal genre, but it's deals with ninjas and kung fu. So I'll be playing that, and then tomorrow for the Stadia Bash community, I'll be doing World War Z. So
Are you inviting me?
If you look at my tweet, there's an open everybody that wants to jump in.
I'm
I
not
got a
on
lot of
Twitter.
people.
You know I'm too old.
Was
I'm
that?
not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. You know I'm too old.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Not on the social medias, man. But that sounds amazing, man, for some World War Z.
Yeah,
Sounds like a lot of fun.
it'll be on Twitch 10 p.m. Tomorrow night, and then tonight I'm doing Twitch. What am I doing? Yeah, is it Twitch? Yeah, Twitch tonight as well. No, tomorrow's YouTube. Sorry, tomorrow's YouTube, World War Z.
Okay.
And then tonight is Twitch. So I'm on those two platforms.
Can I please join you on that, man?
You hop in. I got Pro, Kevin, and I got somebody else. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change up people so people can get in and rotate. But you're definitely invited.
That's what we have to do for Halo.
Make sure you bring your tip. Bring your tip.
Right.
Okay, Jeff, what are you going to be up to, sir? Where can people find you?
You can reach me here Monday night. I'm back for my 2-hour Wreck Fest Monday. I got my blue bus. I was just not into it last night on Ray Stream. I was exhausted, and I was just not.
Well, doing all those OnlyFans videos.
I know. I know. I was just.
Hey, you got to make that money somehow. No judgment. No judgment. If people pay for it, then you should supply it.
Ray's my biggest subscriber. So
him and his ET finger, y'all.
Oh,
No way.
I blame you for the nightmares I'm having tonight.
Yeah, no
There you
doubt.
No
We're just
way.
running the rails.
Wednesday, I'll be back doing Crata and some Animal Royale on my Stadia stream. Monday nights, tomorrow night's my Stadia Bash game, community play, and then Wednesday and then Friday, hopefully I will be back doing for Klimax, for Suave. I'm going to continue playing
Dude Nukem.
There you go, on the PlayStation 3, which people tell me is not retro. So I'm going to still play it because it's retro.
You know what? You know what? I suggest you take my philosophy. If you can find something that you find nostalgic on the PlayStation 3, then it's retro.
Yeah, because it's a
Bro,
feeling.
I think it's retro, bro.
Yeah, I
it's
think it is
retro.
too. So, but I've
Yeah, there's been 2 other PlayStations since then. It is 100% retro.
Yeah.
right,
I
right.
Is that-
agree.
Is
So-
that all you got going on, Jeff?
And that's all. I'm gonna try and stick to the schedule. It's gonna be crazy the next month as I get the hell out of here. So you're never gonna know where I'm gonna be when I'm gonna be streaming, but I'm gonna try to stick to that. The Friday stream may end up getting canceled if I just don't have a console to plug in, and I'm somewhere. So we'll have to see. But that's my schedule for the next week,
Gotcha.
anyways.
Sounds great,
And you,
man.
Stadia?
I love those retro streams, Jeff. I was so disappointed that your Tony Hawk game didn't work, man.
You know what? I
Oh,
checked.
man.
That was the one game I did not check. I was at the Epic. I was at the Milton Game Fest.
Which
Game Swap
Tony Hawk was it that wouldn't work?
3.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fun.
So you see, my heart was gonna be severely broken if you said Thug or Thug
Yeah.
2. My heart was
Yeah,
gonna be severely
no.
broken, but three hurts. 3 hurts.
Yeah, and I didn't try it before the stream, and right before I couldn't get it to play, and then right at
That
the end I was
stinks.
putting the disc in and showing some people. I checked all the other games. That one I thought I checked, but I didn't before I bought it, and
Rip.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to see if I
Resurface
can.
that, baby.
Yeah.
Resurface it. That's what I do. But all
Yeah.
right, you guys are all here at my channel already, but I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 CST to 2 p.m. And of course, every other Sunday right here for Retro Rewind. And Tuesdays and Thursdays between Suave and myself's channel, we do a small show called Man Cave. Love to see you guys all there. And I just want to thank both of our guests for making the time and clearing the schedule to come and talk with us for a few hours. I had so much fun, guys. And that's
Hey, Pro.
Yeah.
Before we end, do you mind if we mention the PUBG tournament?
Oh yeah, no, I do want to do that.
Go for
but
it.
I wanted to thank both of you guys though for joining us, making the time and everything. And that's really what this show is about: is to get to know our guests intimately and get to learn some more about their past and what they feel about retro. So thank both of you for joining us today and making that time. And Suave, go ahead and shout out Cloud Validation stream that's coming up in a couple hours.
Bro, you got a much sexier voice than me, man. Why you ain't do it? You gonna throw it at me like, hey, here you go.
Hey.
So at 6:00, guys, anyone that wants to play this tournament on PUBG, it's a 2v2 on Stadia. I guess you got to be on Stadia to play it to get into the tournament, but
the game is free.
2v2.
You can play it
The game
for
is
free
free.
on Stadia.
Yep, the game is free. I think the game's free on all consoles now. But
I think you're correct. Yep.
yeah, so stop by, come in. If you want to, it's on Cloud's Validation's channel, if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely having that.
Here, I'll go ahead and
man.
read it. I'll
Support
go ahead
him.
and read it real quick right before we say goodbye.
Go for it.
It says 6 p.m. Central Time. Warm-up start at 5:30. PUBG Spring Tournament Championship. Stadia gameplay only. Duo matchup. If you don't have a partner, don't hesitate to come. We'll find you somebody to match with. See you there. Add me on Stadia friends list. Happy Pipes, capital H, and Pipes lowercase. So there you go.
Nice.
That should be an amazing time.
Oh yeah,
but like I
man.
said, thank all of you guys for tuning in and for
Thank
participating
you guys
in the
for
chat.
joining us.
Yeah, man,
Yep.
you guys make
Thank
this
you,
so
chat.
much fun.
Thank you, everybody in the chat.
And we will see you guys on the next one. Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
See ya.